I'm Brendan. I'm playing Sterling Reynolds, the human commander.
My name is Amber Rose, and I'm playing Beatrice Adley Matilda Francesca Solomon Smith. She is a wood elf occultist.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Hodge. I play Robinil Rockapace, a wood elf bard.
I'm Daniel, and I run the wood elf monk named San Gomez Maxillian, the friendly neighborhood medicine man gypsy.
I'm Corey. I play Eduardo Del Monte, Wood Elf Ranger.
I am Trevor. I am the GM for this 13th Age campaign.
When last we met, you guys had wrecked your old boat, hunted down your captain, and stabbed him through the back of the head for being a magic corrupted crazy man.
Yep.
You guys all got afflicted with crazy psychic powers as a result of chunks of crystal being blasted into your body.
After which we stopped a bunch of spiders singing about what a good time we'll be having.
I think we more
And
did
scorpions.
a lassie
Don't forget the
captain
scorpions.
than
Yeah.
straight up killed him.
I think you're thinking of Old Yeller.
Oh, no.
To my knowledge, Lassie was never shot.
Old Yeller. Old Yeller.
Yes, I killed the captain.
I don't remember that episode.
Lassie, what? You want to get shot in the face? Okay. Wham! No, Pa. I'll
I'm
do
afraid
it.
your son has been diagnosed with schizophrenia. And shot your dog because he thought the dog asked him to.
But yes, I did kill the captain in the fashion of Old Yeller.
I still say it was more of mice and men.
Fair enough.
Either way is horrible.
Tell me about the rabbits, Rocky.
See, now that's something else entirely.
Oh, sorry, that was the robot chicken spoof of Moose and Men.
Yes. Anyway, let's just steer this ship into Riddleland Bay.
So the game. We've started to sail.
Yeah, you guys found the remnants of an old ship that was apparently some sort of model. It was constructed of the Lemurian construction. You had your men repair it and foist your supplies onto it, and made your way to the island of Brighton, which is a fairly law-abiding area, somewhat insular, not big on expansionism. From there, you picked up a couple of jobs. From a guy named Horace, you got a job to pick up a load of sugar at a place called Canewrack Island, which is a slave plantation essentially, on a somewhat small island, and transport that back to Brighton for him to distribute. Sugar being a contraband good in Brighton. As normally you have to have some sort of documentation as to where it came from, because Brighton has laws against slavery and using products built by slave labor.
Oh, I forgot. I have 50 gold pieces. How much, I'm wondering, like, how much lucrative would that count for?
I'm deliberately remaining vague on that.
So, like,
So it doesn't.
0.001% of a lucra?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
I think for the purposes of our stats, it
Like-
doesn't.
The whole reason I made a second currency was because 13th Age is an fantasy RPG, and therefore the economy is borked
Yeah.
from the get-go. The prices of nothing makes any sense whatsoever. Like, this sword costs 30 gold. A dagger costs 1 gold. A blacksmith in a month makes a silver. What?
Taxes, man. They really fuck you. You win the lottery.
I still maintain that any price listed in the book is not what that item costs. That's what they charge adventurers for them. If you go into town and ask to buy a knife, and you're not an adventurer, they're like, yeah, whatever, it's a nickel.
It's a copper piece.
Yeah. They have a whole separate economy. Whenever the adventurers roll into town, the prices of everything goes up by like 9,000%.
To be fair, taxes probably would also go up for just public repairs. Just on that alone. So, the fact that adventures are...
It's actually a
in town-
special law every town has. It's called the burning in tax.
So,
Adventurers who come to town are expected to cause some form of collateral damage, and they actually just tax you for this in advance.
Or they instigate the kidnapping of a mayor's daughter just so that the adventurers will actually adventure near them.
it's called insider trading.
Anyway, so you picked up a job smuggling sugar. Since that was a trip from Canewrack to Brighton, you also picked up a job shipping lumber. to Canewrack Island, and so you guys have basically hit to the seas and are making your way there. The journey is expected to take 4 weeks, during which time Sangomas had an idea of sneaking away from the ship on a rowboat.
At the same time, my character has an awesome party in the crew mess.
Using what? You didn't bring any booze.
Karaoke.
Unless you want to spend your own money on booze.
People love karaoke.
You can.
Yeah, there's karaoke and there's also physical entertainment.
Oh God.
I'm glad I'm not
Always
there.
physical entertainment when
I'm
you're
staying on the
board.
deck.
That won't help. He's in charge of deck activities. He has chosen this activity.
Lord.
Why do I feel like we're going to be paying out a lot of our lucre in sexual harassment charges?
Those haven't been
Ah,
invented yet.
Yeah, those haven't
We're
been invented
safe.
yet. There's no
Your crew
HR.
has a morale stat.
We have no
So-
HR. It's okay.
Who's on this sneaky expedition?
Sangomas had the idea to, before the ship actually comes in view of the island, stop it for a bit, distract the crew, most of the crew with some sort of party, and have some or all of you sneak off to row to the island and try and destroy a section of their infrastructure or buildings, such to make the price of lumber go up prior to arrival. So who is planning on going on this little expedition? But more importantly, there's a 4-week trip, which means you guys have to make some kind of check to see how quickly you can get there.
Okay.
Alright, so
We're doing that first.
So are we all
This
rolling?
is a
or
crew
do we-
check using sailing. More importantly, however, each of you can explain how you are contributing to making the journey faster and or safer in order to provide bonuses to their
I think we know Jeffries because he has a
I
go-to.
just play a song
Sea
to keep
shanties.
everyone's spirits up, you know, sea shanties and
making sure everyone's in rhythm.
charisma. Right, that's an 18 on the die plus
got it.
6. Yeah, 24.
18 is plenty.
I will use my medical knowledge to make sure the crew is doing all lifting and pulling ergonomically,
Alright.
so that they are in perfect health and can work longer hours.
Alright, I'll buy that.
7 on the die, level, plus trust me, I'm a doctor, so that's 16.
Trust me, doctor, is actually what your skill is called.
Trust me, I'm a doctor, I've helped birth 5 children. Delivered. Yeah.
Organizing shift schedules? As a military commander,
Certainly do
I've
that.
done that before.
We work those bastards overtime.
Also preventing slacking.
Yep.
Always important.
Alright. That would be 10, 12, 17. I'm okay. I got a 5 modifier.
Alright. Betty will make sure that the food is being rationed properly so that we will have enough food to get us all the way there.
And making
And-
sure nobody's stealing it.
And
presumably.
make sure no one's stealing it. Yeah, she keeps a pretty tight rein on the inventory of the ship.
Well, I think our new security guard is perfectly trustworthy to guard the food.
And also making sure that coordinating with our cook, which actually I believe is also our doctor, to make sure that the
Yes.
food they're getting is as balanced as possible within rationing.
It's fish and hardtack.
20.
With bark of the willow ground into it as well.
Fish, hardtack, and painkillers. The military breakfast. Filled with plenty of vitamin M. What does the M stand for? Motrin.
Alright. I shall be looking through the charts, making sure we're going in the right direction and avoiding more dangerous areas that have been known for like pirating and things
Oh, yeah.
like that.
Good old piracy.
Yes.
Would be updated. Good.
15 on the die. Oh, I
By
got
the way,
it.
15's the marker.
15 is the basic.
15's the marker.
And Vivian,
I don't know.
you awoke from your coma.
Yeah.
That's a
I just
question.
had the weirdest dream.
That's also a good question. Because yes, Vivian has character, Mabriam Shergo, a human rogue. She has awoken from her comatose state, along with several of the other crewmen, before you left. She has come along with you on your trip, and she needs a job on the ship. What's her job going to be?
Well, what jobs
I'm
are
assuming you're.
I can split both.
We have decks that need
Assuming you're
swapping.
you're agile, right?
Yeah.
So you could work the crow's nest as a spotter and or
I think that's
doing those sail hoistings and such.
that's
I think
Corey's job. I
he's
think.
crow's nest, but I could work.
And doing
Corey is a sailing master. He handles the ship's wheel and navigation.
Oh, okay.
He's the helmsman.
Yeah, he's a helmsman.
Oh well, yeah. Keeping you in the rigging in the crow's nest is.
Yeah, I'll just totally be in the
Master
ring.
rigger?
Yeah. I'm just gonna be like doing my job with gusto, like swinging.
We
You
could
know that,
say
have
that
you
you were
ever seen
using
the-
your thievery skills and found out that one of the crew had smuggled something on, maybe like a large shipment booze or something, and you disposed of it.
Why would I dispose of it?
Yeah, just
You just
No,
put it
I
into public.
just-
You removed it
Disposed of
from them.
It's
We
like,
disposed of
She
she liberated it.
I
put it
She
into
liberated it,
public
yes.
stores.
This is the
could.
trip of
No, we
liberation.
counterfeited it for the party we're going to have just before we arrive.
Counterfeiting liquor? What?
Don't you remember?
Confiscate.
Who was-
Surprisingly easy.
Corey did that. Corey did that once as Perry.
He
Counterfeit
did
liquor.
counterfeit liquor once.
Yep.
Have you seen
Although
Out of a healing potion, battery acid, and what was the other thing?
venom, like a
Yeah, snake venom.
Scorpion venom.
Scorpion venom.
I'll feel that burn.
Cobra venom.
Cobra Kai Dojo.
And it ended up inciting a wall cult.
Yes, you did. Anyway,
I could check if anyone like smuggled something on and then they should share. Or,
sure. Could be probably wisdom check of some kind.
or with thievery,
Sure.
because I have that.
Because you know what it looks like when somebody's shifty and smuggling things. That's a good way of explaining
my
that.
backgrounds. Because thievery is
It's a 14 on the die.
talent. 14 plus 5, 19.
What you actually notice is these two goblin crew members who you guys hired in the
Oh, yeah.
last town,
Yeah.
named Shank and Kopesh. As they're coming on board, they're actually holding their pants up, and their sort of bottoms of their trousers are weirdly bowed out. Just like. Hang on a second. You just like pull the knee, and there's like a bunch of bottles falling on their pants. It's like, I was gonna share.
It's like, well, I'm going to help
His
you do that
pants
now.
booze.
Yep.
Nice. By the way, aren't they going on the trip? Pretty sure they're
they will,
they're
you,
going on the trip.
you will
Yeah.
be
We shall
needing this
see.
where
Yeah.
you're going.
I think it's like Shank, Kopesh, you, me, Ambassador.
Well, I think Bevan's gonna go.
Okay, so 1, 2,
Sneaky.
3 goblins. I think that's plenty.
Whoa,
We're not
whoa,
goblins.
whoa.
No, the
Excuse
two
me.
goblins. I'm not calling you goblins. There's the two goblins that we hired.
You said
1, 2, 3,
3
plus
goblins.
goblins.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's actually just a
Comma.
countdown to a party.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, goblins!
No, it's a dice game. It's much like Liar's Dice, but you know, goblins.
That's the chant you make before you roll. 1, 2, 3, goblins!
Yep.
You know, since Shank and Kopesh are going along and aren't going to be able to attend this party, I'm going to ask you to keep some of the liquor aside so that way they have a reward when they come back.
You assume they won't bring liquor with them on the trip?
You assume they live?
They survived this journey?
Wow. All right. That
Hell no,
that
they're
doesn't,
going to be our scapegoat.
guys. That doesn't bode well for
anything.
for
The idea is to
the
get
reputation
there.
of being crewmen on our ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
So let's not have that.
Where'd the
the
goblins
point is to
go?
get in there and then destroy the lumber without.
Yeah, we don't
Leaving
want
any-
anybody to know that we did it.
And
Ever.
if we show up there missing our only 2 goblin crew members,
Are they your only 2 goblin crew members? Might have a
well,
couple
missing
of ones.
2 goblin crew members, and then look, there's 2 goblins here who
They
were
do
caught
work
and killed.
cheap.
I mean, I do have a goblin assistant whose sole job is to grovel.
Maybe we should have changed. Maybe we should have the creature.
His
His name is Jafar von
He sits there doing like the
Every crew is
The
going to be
hand,
somewhat
uh,
ethnically diverse.
like rubbing his hands together.
You pick up
Just like,
whoever will work
yes,
for you.
master. He doesn't call me master though. He calls me sir. Master's too slavey.
Has he installed casters on his knees so that he can just roll after you while kneeling and doing this?
Yes, yes.
Just bowing.
Like he has a wheel on his foot and knee.
No, he has
He's
wheels
like
on his
four-
knees, and then he just pushes himself along with his toes.
It's like
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Occasionally he falls on his face.
he's also there for comedic relief. Like he does like comedy shows. Like he does like a Three Stooges shtick at
A Three Stooges stick, a one-man show.
one man show at the end of the night for the crew.
Does he tap dance?
Yep, of course. What kind of one man show is like
What kind of one-man show doesn't involve tap dancing?
Yeah,
Alright.
you're crazy.
You
Guys.
take me for it, some kind of monster.
Welcome to our greatest tangent.
Alright.
No, it's beautiful. It's perfect. Morale's great.
So, you guys actually make pretty good time while you're sailing. You manage to avoid the some of the pirates that plague the region. Most notably, you avoid some of the slavers' ships, which are active in this particular region of the ocean.
We
Once
hadn't
you've
thought
the
we
area,
might bump into.
once you've left the area of Brighton, you manage to you do run into one of the Brighton's harbor patrols when you're leaving. They basically hop on board, check your manifest, stuff like that. Currently, you're not shipping anything illegal though, so that's not a problem. Maybe a problem on the way back.
While they're doing that, actually, Betty will just be kind of trying to keep in mind any details of how they searched the ship, what kind of procedures they seem to follow.
Sure.
To Yep.
Give me say either a wisdom insight check or a dex stealth check to follow.
I
I
will
gotta
do
say,
a
Brighton's
wisdom.
very forward thinking.
Presumably with some her experience with bureaucracy and other
No, they have
like
goblin
her
civilians.
I do.
used to this kind of regimented control and knowing that they're probably following a system that they were taught.
It's not even that. It's that they're banning products created through slave trade.
22.
I do. All right. Yeah.
Like that's something
I
we
will
don't
give
do
you
today.
guys a floating bonus for any attempts to skullduggerously hide things aboard your ship.
Nice.
Good thinking.
But yeah, like we don't do that kind of thing today. We don't like blood diamonds are still a thing. So like, they're
Well, it's
very
basically a
forward-thinking.
boycott. I mean, just on a larger scale.
But like they're doing it like
an embargo.
strictly. Like
Oh, embargo.
like we as North Americans barely do that at all. You buy like diamond rings and just like where'd it come from? I don't care.
And the one time they really did it was for something stupid. Cigars.
Yeah, Cuba. So yeah. It's
Yeah,
impressive.
it seems like the only
You have some sort of intelligence check to try and know something about Brighton's history.
I know nothing because I'm Jon Snow. Yep.
All right. Sure. You're well educated. I'll say Amber. I'll say your character would probably know a bit about Brighton's history. They're not founded by a conventional government. They were originally founded as a free port of people who were essentially escaped from various walks of life or were outlaws. Over time, they developed a government system of their own. That is the reason they are not particularly expansionist. It is also the reason why they have a heavy dislike of slavery.
I'd probably imagine that
Lots of
they're.
things are legal here, like prostitution and most drugs.
I would imagine
Slavery, not though.
if their system of government evolved that way, it's probably not quite as rigidly structured and full of more loopholes than.
Oh, it's not rigidly structured at
I
all.
would
Yeah.
love to meet their like
Baron King.
officers and such, just to see if there's people
Well,
who
we
I
might
know
find some in
from the rebellion.
You know,
might find some when we go
We'll
fight
see.
the slavers.
We'll see.
the other reason you know that the Brighton might not be trading with these particular slavers is because there was an incident some months ago in which they attacked a harbor patrol ship and took its crew captive.
Yeah.
All right, fair
Found
enough.
out-
So
we
there's
found out
also
last
that.
We're hoping to find them to win us some support.
They're a
getting
bonus.
Our,
They'd be a
yeah, they'd be
bonus.
a nice bonus.
Fair enough.
Good
Alright.
stuff there.
Anyway, your success also means you don't get attacked by Sahagwin on the trip over. Sahagwin with drills to try and sink your boat.
Oh God.
What is the Hogwin?
Sahagwin, they're like fishermen.
Okay.
They have a heavy love of sinking boats, murdering everyone, and taking their stuff.
So apparently I
Well,
did a good
the-
job.
Yes. You know, you were consulting your map, and you're like, that's odd. There's this really clear, open channel going, like, right there, but it seems like most ships don't take that for some reason. There's probably a reason. They call it Fishbone Alley. Not sure why.
It's so fertile here.
Davy Jones' locker. Weird, there's nothing here.
Strange. In sailing your way around, though, you managed to sail fast enough that this detour around the Doomsday Channel of fishermen means you don't actually lose time doing it. You managed to make it to Canewrack, the area around Canewrack Island, in 4 weeks. So you can mark off some food stuff, some water stuffs. You also don't lose extra food and water to theft,
Thanks to her.
which you can do.
I could. Okay.
They took everything! My
And
god!
you also don't do a bad enough job sailing to damage the ship while doing it.
Excellent,
The crew
because
didn't get
we
sick
might be
'cause
running
you
away.
After them.
I forgot to ask the quality of our rowboats.
You have rowboats. They're pretty good.
Okay.
Captain, I have come to inform you we have that our life support, that our
Thank you.
lifeboats have been very unsafe.
Thank you,
We
Worf.
have lifeboats?
No, that was
Can we
Eagle
install
from
giant
Muppet's Treasure Island.
crossbows in place of cannons?
Sounded like Worf.
Oh,
Currently, your ship does not have weapons. That would be an asset you'd have to buy.
Guys, let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we get the money.
Currently
Yeah, I
your
know.
crew doesn't even have weaponry.
Oh,
Like you have a
delightful.
boat.
The
Like see the
freaking
section it says
delightful.
assets and problems.
Ah.
Like assets is basically anything that could give you a bonus to doing something.
Oh, so it's empty.
Like ship weapons or equipping the crew with weaponry, stuff like that. Smuggler's hold would be another one, such thing like that.
So
Another-
basically,
You
after
have
we
a boat. It sails. That's what it currently does.
Another
Don't
thing
worry,
that
we're
Betty-
the weapons.
We're avoiding
Another-
suspicion better.
Now,
Another-
if you got into a fight, your crew would fight. They
Yeah.
just would be fighting with like deck pins and marlin spikes and stuff. They
That's
wouldn't have
fine.
actual weapons.
It's fine.
Another
Oh,
thing that
not
Betty
good old
does-
fisticuffs then.
I must train
A
them.
couple of them probably do have bows, which are mostly for hunting, but that's about it.
Another thing that Betty does
Attack
on their
them with
4
the
week
fishing
trip there-
poles.
There's
Just
probably
burn
also
their ship.
there's also
I don't care.
probably there's also probably a harpoon or two on board somewhere.
Just one, and they fight over it.
Another thing that Betty does on the way there is she keeps trying to moderate the captain's radical. Like she knows he really wants to free the whole island, but she's like, "Hey, we really, really can't free the whole island," and trying to like talk him down to
No, man.
something that we can.
No, we're
do.
gonna take down a local area and
Something
initiate an uprising that
moderate.
will take over the whole island.
The
And
whole
then
time
we'll raid the armory and of all
right,
cannons
No,
and weapons.
not
and-
all. We gotta leave some for the rebellion. They gotta have weapons to fight off the rest of the slavers.
All right. We'll leave some for them.
Yes,
Deck
please
pins.
keep in mind that we don't have quite enough food to get us back yet.
Yep.
We do need to be able to purchase that while we're there.
The harpoon
I
You know,
for.
not
don't-
have our boat sink.
I've done this. I've done this before. Didn't work. But I've done it before.
Well, as much as experience.
I've done it before badly.
Well,
Just,
as much
you
as I'm
know.
sure experience will help,
Pretty sure
perhaps.
these guys are as well equipped as the central government.
Something on
Or
a small
us.
scale.
No, we're not
can-
well as equipped
uh,
either.
Perhaps we could hinder their slaving efforts.
Don't worry, I got it.
Okay,
It's all
okay.
good. I know how to start. I know how to get things going.
All right, I'm gonna go do inventory again.
Go inventory again. Things keep not adding up.
I like to imagine you have OCD.
Quite probably.
It's not adding up because you're actually seeing into the future of when the hold is different.
That probably is
yeah,
what
that
that
totally makes
is.
sense. That totally makes sense.
That probably is what your occultist thing is. It's like prophecy.
What is it when you see things upside down?
Oh god. It's your problem with the lens in your eye.
You read things like backwards and
Or your
stuff.
brain
Oh,
sucks.
reading things wrong and scrambling up is dyslexia. That's
Yeah,
what I mean.
time dyslexia.
Temporal
Time Lexia.
Temporal dyslexia. The distemporia, I think, would be probably the closest thing to that.
Okay.
Anyway, how is it I always end up diverting this more than anyone else?
Nah, we all do
Wasn't
it.
gonna say
We
anything.
We all initiate it, and you just continue it.
Okay.
Anyway, it's a couple of, it's about a day away from getting to Canewrack Island at this point. You've stalled the ship, just sort of tacking it back and forth in the wind. Just in range, you can just see what barely looks like top of maybe some sort of tower way off in the distance. Far too far away to actually see much else about the island. There are a couple of other ships here and there around, sailing through the channel. Some of them might be curious why you're just tacking in the middle of the wind, but
So,
Party.
I guess we're gonna initiate a party. Our excuse is gonna be international waters, and
Or like
I thought it
we're
was to christen the new boat.
yeah, like we're
Fair enough.
celebrating.
yeah,
could
christening
be
the boat.
christening the new boat.
Yeah.
Is there like a little island that like we might have be passing in the vicinity of?
You probably passed a couple little sort of rocks, islands, things like that.
No, I know what we're celebrating. We're celebrating our shakedown cruise.
What?
When a ship
Yes,
goes out of
first.
port, it
Oh.
goes for a shakedown cruise
Okay. Didn't know that. All right.
to make sure everything works properly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I know, but the reason we're doing it so far away from the port, right, is because we want everyone to be sober enough when we actually
Yeah,
get
when we
there.
get
So
to
like
the
we're doing
line.
this when we're far enough away still that it's not gonna be an issue.
It's also so that way they don't spot us.
You could actually, you could probably find some tiny little island somewhere that's largely deserted except for the occasional animal and just anchor there.
We're gonna
Well,
do
you
that.
get drunk.
Oh, beach party!
Yeah,
Yeah,
beach
beach
party.
Exactly.
kill one of the animals, roast it over a fire.
And also,
Invent volleyball.
our excuse for people not being there is just be like, we're off exploring the island.
Volleyball. I invented that years ago.
Hopefully
There's
they
actually,
won't ask.
amazingly,
Yeah,
in Elven
hopefully.
society, topless volleyball was invented before volleyball.
They're actually still working on the swimwear. They haven't fully worked
I
that out
haven't
yet.
quite worked it out yet. Anyway.
Is there a musician named Faney Loggins? Highway
No.
to the Elfin Zone.
No. There's a musician named Robbie Rocket Pants. He's sitting over there.
We're going right into the elven woods.
That reminds me.
That's what
Is it
the
okay
that's what the theme music of
if I am your
all
wingman?
topless volleyball.
Yes.
Gosh.
Why am I in the middle?
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
I'm
I
not
don't need a wingman, but I'm happy to wing
That's fine.
for other people.
Well, sending the sneaky stabby ones.
I know. You usually, I would
Well,
say,
it's just
somebody
that
I trust a lot.
it's just that
True.
Which would have been first
Well, it's not like we can't telepathically
you know,
Are we
praise and
there
stuff,
yet?
right? It's like, you know, and I do a good
Who's
job.
that new
Some
voice?
of us.
Yeah.
And you just know exactly
you
how to
probably
hit the right
noticed her
buttons.
over the course of the last, 4 weeks.
That came out so wrong.
All right.
I look forward to hearing the recording if I was paying attention to whatever you said.
Enjoy.
So, boarding crew.
Yep. Night
Who's
falls.
going on this trip?
Rogue.
that person,
Monk.
and that person, I believe.
Excuse
Ranger.
me.
So, all of our damage dealers.
Yeah.
Hey, I deal damage.
Those of us who
It's
don't
covert.
sneak and aren't helpful
Hopefully-
in battle, we stay here.
Basically, if we're
Whoa,
doing
whoa, whoa,
our
we're
job
helpful.
right, we won't have to be dealing
In
damage.
a
I'm just not very stealthy when I'm playing
Yeah,
a
exactly.
giant
Yeah.
guitar.
we want the people who are gonna be able to
And
get there to
then
get off without being
Are we going to
noticed.
send the goblin?
I'll just have to make sure no,
Goblins
I
with you?
don't say my
Yes.
name.
All right.
Can we bring some
Hey,
kind
try to
of-
bring him back alive. Would be nice. Like, I want to keep our crew together and, not gain a reputation of our crew dies.
Well, they
Besides,
probably
then we have
do.
to like.
I make no guarantees.
That's fine. I'm just saying, do your best.
Sure.
Don't purposely kill them.
She just kind of
Yeah.
sighs and makes a note in her journal that she's gonna probably have to hire more crew the next.
Oh yeah,
Possibly
and there's also,
pay
Shank and
reparations to their families.
Shank and Kopesh.
Actually, yeah, you do.
Kopesh
No,
is
no,
type
what you
of
do,
Egyptian
how you pay
soldier,
reparations,
that
you give
helps.
them the share that they would have gotten
I don't know why that would help, but
or
yes.
received.
They're both
Make
named
Make
after,
sure that she
they're
has
both named after
everyone's
edge
first of
weapons.
kin information before they leave.
Their first of kin is
No,
each
but
other.
they're breathing on the lifeboat.
Second of kin.
Now, what supplies or other stuff are you taking with you on this expedition?
Well, I'm taking my cloak.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
Keep
fists.
in mind, if you got Shank and Kopesh with you, helping you scout out
carry
the island,
stuff?
sneak around and carrying stuff.
You don't want them to see you rob it.
You don't want them to see you do that. You also would have to concoct why you're taking them or taking them anywhere or going somewhere.
wait, I thought they knew.
No.
Okay.
Well, they know it's general vandalism.
Yeah, they know they're supposed to break stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
right, because we don't want them to know that you can do that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that thing.
No, but I thought they knew that what we were trying to do
But I
is
mean, are
gain
you gonna
more profits.
Are you going to send them with torches? We'll set something on fire, for
Yeah,
example?
I think so. We'll bring torches. It's a here go light stuff, wood stuff, not sugar stuff.
Oh,
I can find termites.
we
God,
could have
sugar
them
burns.
go around and hand weapons to hide and slaves and stuff. So that they
Ooh,
So
yeah.
they could fight us when
We
the
have no
masters
weapons, though.
order them
Yeah.
to.
spread a message. When you hear the guitar, that means it's time.
Yeah, but we have no weapons.
Yeah, but that would mean we were there.
And we also have no weapons.
It'd be good if we just didn't run into anyone.
Right. So,
Also, no check required for doing that. It's a sugarcane plantation. The slaves have machetes for harvesting stuff, so
Good.
it's not lack of weapons that causes them to not fight people.
they have sights too, right?
No leader.
It's more severe beatings and execution for attempting it.
Somebody
And the
get a
fact that it doesn't
bullwhip.
just affect you, it affects your family.
Yeah.
So like North Korea. All
Or,
right.
actual
Grappling
sugar
hook.
plantations.
Okay.
All right.
Lots of knives.
Okay. Abundance of knives. Sabotage.
Probably.
Maybe something to spread the fire? Do you have anything flammable?
Like
With alcohol
I can
being
shoot
used.
arrows
Well, you've got a
and
bunch
burn
of
the
lumber.
fire.
We have liquor.
You did confiscate some liquor. Most
I'm
of that is
sure-
probably going to be put towards the party.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
I'm
that
You
sure-
could probably
bars-
Shanghai a bottle of it.
Is there any foliage on the island?
Sugarcane. Lots of it.
No, on the island that we're currently on for the party.
You're on? Yeah, some.
Okay. You could probably make some tinder.
The driest leaves possible.
And
Yeah.
also, I'm pretty sure that
Here
tar
on
is
this
used
seaside
in ship
island.
repair, which
Yeah,
means we'd
so-
have some on the ship.
Yeah, so we would have
Fire.
tar.
Tar is used in ship repair, so we'd have
Yep,
some
you
tar
certainly
on the
have
ship.
pitch around.
So,
Yeah.
All right, that works.
All right.
so just
cloaks
make it like a bunch of little
for-
torches, so you don't have to get stopped or caught. They'd be like, "Why are you
Yeah,
carrying all
I
these little
recommend in
instant
case we
torches?"
do get seen, everyone just have a cloak.
Shank and Kopesh are both armed with their namesake, as well as a stick that has been coated in. There's been a piece of cloth tied around it that's dipped in pitch. Both of them look quite excited to be on this trip.
Remember, don't.
While the goblins and the boat guys are singing away, I begin my big number. Now I want you all to know, you are a very special crew. Like the song of the hummingbird. As he tries to find that female hummingbird.
He's on about it again.
Hummingbird story again.
Just 2 hummingbirds.
He'll be here for
Moaning
hours.
and groaning. If anyone wants a continuation of my song, go ahead and read Chef's song from South Park during Kathy Lee Gifford.
Of course.
Oh, Kathy Lee,
Yep.
how about you?
Minus 10 to that roll. Alright, so what are the rest of you doing while they're going off on this quest? It's going to take them probably a day there and back. Well, because
Extra
you are
ore.
rowing the distance of the horizon.
I think mostly what I'd be doing would be.
It's pretty brutal, actually.
We're gonna
strong,
want
I can do
food
it.
and supplies of our
I think I'd mostly be manning the ship, letting the crew party their heart out without their captain there to kind of put a dampen on the spirits.
Being visible.
Yeah,
Being visible and, conducive.
yeah.
If that's a word, which I don't think it is.
But yeah,
Conducive?
Conducive?
Condoza?
Well, not conducive. Conducive means make something happen. Conducive would be condoning something or allowing it. I don't think it's a word.
Technically, the way English works is it could be a word.
It's a word now.
but yeah. So I'd be on the ship, mostly tending to, keeping to myself, so that everyone else can let a little bit more loose without the authority figure around.
You're getting drunk too then.
Well, my captain's quarter maybe.
Give me a con.
My con's actually not bad.
Huh?
Ex-rebel sergeant, because
Oh.
I'm used to doing that.
Sure.
Just
Good
sitting in
luck.
my quarters, just like,
Don't jinx it.
Drinking.
oh my god, yeah. All right, so that would be 19.
Alright. Yeah, you get
No,
drunk.
20.
Yeah, you get drunk,
sorry.
and with the 20, you actually don't make an ass of yourself either.
Damn.
Nice.
You manage to be fun-loving, but not a moron.
Yep.
Just that magic butter zone of drunkenness that almost no one ever attains. Many people think they attain it. They are wrong.
That is the point they've gone over.
Do we know which warehouse would contain the sugar?
You don't know
biggest
anything about
one.
this island because you did not bother to do any research about it.
That crap.
Yeah,
you
I
got
know.
the
I
slave
wanted a
plantation.
map.
Oh, wait, I remember. I was going to have Ambassador scout around. Fly above,
Alright,
look around and stuff.
sure. Ambassador sees this. Alright.
He's amazing.
This island map, I will tell you right now, is not particularly to scale. These buildings are more like there. Most of the island is taken up, almost completely covered with sugar cane, which grows everywhere. The island does not appear to grow much of anything else.
Yeah.
Most notable buildings around, there is a dock over here. A pair of long docks jut out here and are connected to a floating platform set on 4 poles that goes up and down as the tide comes in and out. This is pretty typical of an ocean dock. Apart from
I'm sorry, whenever you hear Doc, my ears perk up, because
yes. There is one very, very large building in the center of. So there's 6 buildings on the island, actually. There's one very large building in the center, which is far and away the largest, one of the tallest buildings on the island. There are 2 little towers on top of it, at either corner there, that jut out of it even higher. Your parrot friend ambassador can actually see that there is a guy in each one who has a horn on his belt, as well as a bow. They appear to be watchtowers, essentially. All these little circles here are watchtowers. This tower over here, in the middle of the sugarcane field, Ambassador doesn't seem to want to get very close to, because as soon as he approaches it, he hears a noise that he doesn't like, which is a noise of a giant bat. Specifically a few of them.
Yay.
giant bats. As in, we're talking like horse-sized bats here.
Delightful.
There appear to be 4 of them that are roosting in a large tower in the middle of that sugarcane field.
Amphibious assault.
Ambassador adamantly refuses to go closer to that tower.
Ah, it's like a scarecrow thing. Keep pests away.
Well, yeah, and they can just pick up people.
Yeah.
Because they're that big, and just like,
Punishment.
nope, you're gone.
You do know that giant bats like that are large enough for a small creature to ride on like a mount.
Go, go.
Yes.
Warden's just gonna-
Can it keep it?
No.
No.
Over here, this building is probably the most well-maintained building on the island. It's the only one that has glass windows in it. This thing here that's jutting out over the water is actually just 2 poles and an awning, which extends over a section of beach. It has a number of chairs and tables on it. There are a couple of humans, half-orcs, goblins sitting around. They're armed. Some of them are wearing some sort of armor. Most of them have a whip at their belt, and they're basically sitting around drinking and talking to each other. This is probably where the slavers live. This building here reeks of alcohol. Ambassador probably isn't super thrilled about going into it, but it probably will if you ask. It appears to be a distillery of some kind, primarily manufacturing rum. It has a tower on top
That
of it.
could burn.
That's true.
Okay.
Don't burn all
over
of it.
here.
Molotov cocktails.
This building here appears to be where sugarcane is refined and milled into sugar. Or milled then refined into sugar. It also has a watchtower on it. This little section here is an area where there is a very large boiler that is out in the open air so that the smoke does not build up in the building. This building here is the most run-down and unpleasant-looking building on the island. It's full of holes. It appears to be where the slaves are kept quartered. It is just an open room full of beds. And yep, that's about what he'd get from a casual survey of the island. I would say, actually, he could probably get a decent count flying around the island. There are at least 20 slavers, probably a couple of more who are inside or around. Mostly humans, half-orcs, and goblins. There are around 40 slaves. Depending on when you arrive, they're either out in the field working or they're in one of these various buildings doing various work.
That was a distinctly smaller number than I was expecting.
When do we?
It's not a super big island.
No, that's...
When did we send him to
Much more
scout?
doable.
Because
Yeah.
I want to know like the lighting
20
of the place
slavers
at
is
night.
doable. And 40
Well,
slaves.
considering that I was expecting like hundreds, this is...
We were thinking the Americas,
Oh.
Yeah.
the cotton fields.
No, this appears to be a private operation.
Yeah, I was
Question is, do we just go with the primary objective? I believe this is where all the sugar's stored, right?
I want to see what's
That
in
does
there.
appear to be a warehouse, yes.
It's not their sugar raptor though. It's any
Just
lumber
take
supplies.
out a
that they have.
building.
You can see there
That's what
are
I'm thinking, but if they have a lumber
cut
supply,
sugar canes stored in it,
I
as
can
well
get
as
that.
sugar and
But-
rum are also stored in it.
if I could destroy the slave pens, that's 40
Is that a
slaves
good thing?
causing some chaos,
Yeah,
possibly on their own.
you kind of want them
But
to
the thing is,
be well rested.
Yeah, is that a good thing to take out their only home?
well, and also that won't actually...
Wait, can we communicate psychically?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, like that's me.
Yes, for the last time.
We're just, I'm just wondering about the
I'm
distance
like
on
a
this
day
thing.
away.
Hear you.
It appears to extend reach to where the island is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I get a
no,
vision of what he saw.
No, I still wanted to know
You
what
don't
the
see through each other's eyes.
Yeah.
It's just
Any chance
Dang
you could
descriptions.
put off...
it's not tacked
Is there
I
anything
won't
in
put
their
off-
food? Well, no. I was gonna say anything in their food or drink, something that the slavers would eat that the slaves
rum.
wouldn't. That you
is
could
a
actually
question.
put off. And,
We could poison the slavers' food.
You could.
yeah, we didn't.
Okay,
bring
so you're just
anything
gonna
for
solve the
poisoning.
problem now, and
Yeah.
we're just gonna arrive and be like, "Oh, problem solved." Sweet.
I don't want to do that though.
Yeah.
poison people
Also, you're
being a
presently
doctor.
drunk.
I'm a middle drunk. I'm just fun-loving. I can still. I
He's
know
a
what
high
to do.
functioning.
I still got my military
morally
tactical
wrong.
mind. I know what to do. What?
Can that happen?
And what happened?
Spoil their rum and use that power.
It would cause it to rot and become useless, yeah.
But
Here's the
Although,
thing.
Well,
rum-
we tried to
although
put off
alcohol
the-
is in a sense pretty
Yeah.
rotten,
Yeah, wouldn't
We're-
rotting
actually
in a
it
sense
probably wouldn't do anything.
Wouldn't
to
it ferment
alcohol.
it more?
It probably
we're-
wouldn't do anything to
No, but
alcohol,
we're-
although if
that's
you
not
did
our
it to
objective.
barrels thereof, it would destroy the
trying to
barrels.
Now,
Raise
granted,
the price of
wood.
lumber.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
but you know what would raise the price of lumber?
Would, yeah.
If one of their buildings explodes because the boiler went boom.
And that could theoretically be an accident.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that
That
could
works.
theoretically be an accident.
One of you can give me an intelligence check.
Well educated.
No,
It's a
It's an
blank.
engineering type deal.
it's more of an insight kind of thing.
21.
Recognizing a flaw in a plan. An accident that would be blamed on
Is like
slaves.
Fuck.
And they would probably be punished for it.
Yeah.
But we'd be seen as liberators.
Well, we're seen as the dicks that got them hurt.
We'll be seen as targets.
Yeah. No.
I still want to
So-
know how the island's
Look.
lit at
Okay. No.
night.
Look into the warehouse.
Exactly.
If there is a
How
lumber
it's lit
supply,
at night?
take
Yeah.
it out.
If you wait around for nightfall for ambassadors to scout around, you'll find that the watchtowers have bullseye lanterns in them, so they shine sort of a cone of light that the watchmen cast around. The towers appear to be positioned on corners of buildings such that they can see
Both sides.
across like that. There are blind spots here and there you can find,
Yeah.
but there's not a lot of them.
No
There's
major
not many.
Honestly, you basically have two choices.
Like around.
You're basically
That-
looking at like over here until you get in range of this thing seeing you,
Yeah.
or
Well,
out
that's probably
here.
the spot.
how
we would
gradual
want
is the beach?
Over here is a pretty decent blind spot.
Yeah.
How gradual is the beach?
There's the bats to
How
contend
gradual
with.
is the beach?
Like,
Depends on the tide. Yeah.
Could we anchor offshore and then kind of like have our party move in?
What do the
Well, the
bats
rowboat
eat?
could go on.
Good question.
Quite
What do
possibly.
the bats eat?
I mean, if
Man, I
bats
rolled
Sugar.
come on.
hunting wild lands.
No, these are
wild
probably
rice.
flesh-eating bats.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trying to figure out
I'm
what,
willing to
Obviously
bet they eat
flesh-eating
slaves.
Would
bats.
that be a wisdom?
what are you trying to figure out?
Dead slaves.
What do they eat?
Oh, I won't make you roll for that. They probably catch seagulls to eat. They also probably do actually eat sugarcane, because one of the leftover products of making sugarcane is basically busted up, broken down fibers, which are often fed to feed animals.
Yay.
It also would not surprise you if any of the goblin slavers occasionally got one of their bats drunk.
Nice.
They also probably eat slaves occasionally.
Yeah.
So I would say either take out the lumber stores or take out the
Bat tower?
What we could do is we could set a fire
The bat
somewhere over
tower.
here, cause a commotion.
So split up.
No, I could
No.
just like go part of the way, shoot an arrow.
You do know live plants don't burn very well, but you
But
can
it
try
is
that.
sugar.
Sugar's pretty
Sugar
well,
doesn't burn very well.
not
either.
not very well.
So
I thought that's why it was.
Pretty hard to
If
set
you
a sugar
superheat
plantation up.
powder
A cotton
sugar, you can
plantation.
do insane burns.
So, yeah, I
Mostly
would
it's
say
nuts.
either bat tower or lumber stores. Lumber stores first.
Yeah.
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 Well, I want to see what's in
Because
there.
lumber
though.
stores you could do theoretically completely covertly.
Yeah.
My only problem
Yeah.
with the bat tower is that I could destroy it, but it's not going to kill the bats. They'll just fly off.
Well,
And they're gonna be looking.
Yeah, they'll be pissed.
you can set your goblins to set the fires.
Yeah.
You could set your goblins to set something on fire.
We could set them under cover. There's goblin slavers.
But which
But
is
they would recognize that these people are new.
There
Yeah.
are 25 slavers on this island.
You're new.
So we'll just have to
You-
take out two.
Depends on how racist the non-goblin members of the slaving crew are. They all look the same.
Probably pretty
They are
racist
slavers.
considering they're slavers, yeah.
well, it depends if all their slaves are probably multi-ethnic too.
Yes,
is
they
what
are.
I'm saying. The thing is there anything that we can do that we can make look like an accident that's also not the slave's fault?
Lumber.
That would
You gotta
that
go with the
rot.
lumber.
Yeah.
Rot,
Yeah.
rot
Gotta
would
go with
be
the
a
lumber.
definite thing.
Yeah.
You can't blame rot on the slaves.
You could even take
Yeah.
out the whole warehouse. Because we don't. Well, we do need the sugar.
Yeah, but it won't rot the sugar. It will just rot the wood.
And there will be
Yeah.
some sugar in the refinery, like
Yeah.
presumably.
So, yeah.
No, but they want somewhere to put it because they can't sell it in bulk. That it's kind of.
So yeah,
Well, yeah, no, but there will be some that
Either-
will be.
We
just
can get that
finished
later.
processing.
lumber
I will
stores,
say-
warehouse.
You
Yeah.
doubt activating the power would destroy the entire warehouse.
No.
When the captain destroyed the ship, he was using the special recharge ability of that item by
But
eating people.
if
to
I
do
were
it
to
several
say
times.
rot away
Yeah.
a
You
central
could certainly
pillar,
rot away
Why
a
don't-
lot of it.
Why don't we do like
know, the
a
main
tower
foundation,
and then
the-
part
No,
of
yeah.
the
So
warehouse?
underneath one of the towers or the lumber stores.
Yeah.
Lumber stores
Because
are the
then-
primary decision.
building would collapse in. It wouldn't look overtly magical.
No, it'd also like free up some because if a tower is down, that's one place that they'll have a blind spot
Exactly.
for later when we
So, yeah.
do whatever.
It has been decided you will see when you get
And if
enter
it's
the
opened
island.
up, that's still a problem. The sugar is still being exposed to the elements.
You're good.
Preservation of sugar is secondary.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
will still will raise the price of wood, even though they'll still have whatever wood they've got at present. They'll be needing to use it, so they'll still need more. Although probably not.
I know where the first place there's scavenging extra wood is. Well, you don't get a wall anymore.
You didn't need a roof anyway.
Pretty much.
You could use another wall. 3 is not enough.
Well, we're going to be trying to free them anyways.
We're going to be instigating something we don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So let's do it. You guys can go
I'm
ahead.
guessing we get to
How
the
are
island.
you guys approaching the island?
Yeah.
Ambassador has given you a good layout of the place. You can just tell me where you're taking your boat to. I will tell you, sugarcane is between 6 and 17 feet high. So you can certainly hide in it without too much difficulty.
That's
This
good.
direction to that point,
Height of a basket.
and trying to
It's higher than that.
sneak around this way to keep us, so that I end up somewhere around here.
This is a tower.
I know.
So,
You see, it's so
but
far enough
this
away
right
from the
here is
bats.
probably
Yeah.
interesting
No.
to
If
find
you
out.
if
no,
you
there's a
approach on
tower
this
there.
side, no, but if you approach on this side, you would be minimizing your tower exposure just by going through
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
But that
Like
5
this,
is also a tower,
something
right?
like this.
Yeah.
That's tower.
No,
The
the
corner is
5
circle.
itself is not a tower.
The number's not a tower. That's
Oh.
just for
Oh,
my
okay,
benefit
then
of
yeah.
recognizing places. The
This
little
way.
brown circles are towers.
Yeah.
This would be an issue, though. They probably can see this way.
That's why I'll
The other thing
run
to
or
keep in
sneak or
mind is
something.
this is actually about that big.
Right.
Yeah.
All you have to
And,
do is
like,
just
this
run
sugarcane
over there,
actually
tap,
should
and
extend
get out,
out the
right?
side bit.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna go that route.
They do make a point of keeping the cane cut away from the buildings to a fair extent, but yeah,
They're not
apart from
bats,
that,
dude.
Yeah. Sorry, where are you coming in from?
So do we want to be exposed to one or
This
two?
route?
Okay.
Going that way.
Alright, so you're gonna try and cross this thing.
Well, one that puts us in the
there's-
building.
It's a
we
pretty
need
wide area to
Yeah.
try and cross.
Maybe. Well, okay. No, wait. Maybe here because here
I don't.
you only have tower exposure to here, and it's slightly longer than it would be to here. Like,
Can we
I'm
actually
assuming
just
you-
go
I'm
through
assuming
the
you guys are
slave
trying
house?
to approach it at night, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Can we actually just go through the slave house?
Quite possibly. One thing you notice is this tower appears to have been deliberately constructed to have a view along that,
Oh.
this one along that. It's almost like they don't want
What?
to leave the slave quarters
Yeah.
unattended or viewed.
Yeah.
so yeah, I think this
Almost
approach.
like they want to have a really good view of those.
I
at
think
night.
this approach is generally okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think
Coming in over here,
it's their
That is a
nighttime
point. They'll
visibility
probably be
is going
spending
to
more
be limited.
attention this way than this way.
I mean, you guys can just
But
find
like the
stay in
shortest
reeds
route
and just
from
maybe-
the
mind
sea
is
to
That is a distillery
Yeah.
where they store alcohol. They might keep an eye on that to try and keep slaves from stealing alcohol.
yeah, the shortest place to the shore to the warehouse would be that corner.
Shockingly, from the docks.
Is that a
Yeah.
Yes, that is a short.
Huh.
This map, I will point out, is actually depicting high tide, basically.
Okay.
During low tide, this actually extends out into a long section of beach. These docks actually extend quite a ways out, but yeah.
Okay. I think
Could
either
do.
so either from the
Is
frontier
that
or coming
we
in
could-
from the back.
We could.
Let's go in from the back this way.
Not bring the boat all the way over.
How
The-
wide
the
is
nice
that
thing
road
about that is-
there?
Part of the way.
That is literally just a path cut in the cane for people to walk to that tower.
Okay, so
Are
maybe
there
like
watchers in the bat tower then?
Are there what?
Watchers in the bat
Yeah,
tower.
there are
Yeah, you can
4
see
towers on
Yeah.
that bat tower.
and that's a tower right there, right at the right corner.
All
there.
these circles are towers.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is there a
So I'm
side-
wondering, like, if it would be easier to go like right underneath the tower, like literally right under their noses.
Yeah, because
Possibly.
it's a cone, right? So the closer you are, the less there's actually to focus.
Yep. If you ran quickly while they weren't looking, you might be able to get under the tower and not get noticed
Because
unless
we
they made
do
noise.
want to hit the tower.
If they sort
Dex
of
of
leaned out
18.
over the side and
Yeah.
looked straight down, they would notice you, but
Yeah.
most
Sure.
watchmen
What-
don't
that's what
actually
they're
do
doing.
that very often.
So
That works.
yeah, that's a better.
Yeah,
do that.
probably.
Yeah.
Is there
So
any
here's
side
my
of the
idea
island?
for the path. We start off here, go cut across that pathway, go over there,
just come
and then.
over
Yeah,
here.
why
Yeah.
not just come in from over here?
Oh, all right. If you want, I just
Well, if you
figured
want
that.
to be a wuss.
Okay, but my question is there any side of the island that has like where like the terrain on the actual shore is different?
There is a
Like
there's
this
a flaw.
like is
There's-
there any cliff at all, or is it all beach?
Why do you ask?
Because if there's cliff, that would the boat. We're actually gonna have to leave the rowboat on the side of the island somewhere. If there's a spot where there's a craggy side or a side that's higher, it'll be harder for the watchtowers to be able
Probably
to
made
see
the
our
island
boat.
level.
Yeah, there's probably places, crags, and places like that where you can beach.
Possibly in this general area.
Rotting this place is a bad idea. The
Well-
slave house is right there.
Well,
this falls down.
I'm not
what's
rotting
going to get damaged?
anything until I go inside and examine it.
And-
I just
yeah.
need to
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
there.
The first thing we need to see is the lumber stocks.
Well, if you want
If
to
they
get
have it.
inside,
Also,
where's
just
the
wanna get in
doors?
there.
Well,
when
it
you
doesn't matter.
beach,
Once I get
you
to the
can
building,
pull
I
your
can go
boat up
around.
into the cane itself.
I can
Yeah.
find the
They're
door.
like
Okay.
6 to
Yeah.
17 feet
Ambassador's
tall.
already
Yeah,
scouted.
that'll work.
We know
You
where
can
the
just
doors
hide in the
are.
bushes.
I'm more worried about
But no,
bats,
but
let's
the
do
thing
this.
is, what's inside to know what we're gonna rob. That's
I mean,
what he said.
if you just rot on this side, it's gonna fall that way anyways, so it's fine.
Can you climb on the cave?
Not really. They're about like that big around.
Yeah, so a
Okay.
few of them.
It's
So-
not uncommon when ambassadors scouting. You saw a couple of the slavers were actually like chewing on it idly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Slaves sometimes
if
chew
not
on
in the warehouse, here's the spot to rot.
Okay. Yeah.
We go this way,
Oh, we're still
I
going
thought we
that
were
way.
gonna go in this way.
Yeah.
this way, and then try to dash across so I don't get seen.
One at a time.
So Shank and Kopesh are coming along with you.
Yes, they are. Stay quiet.
I tell him to stay behind.
The thing is,
No,
I don't know that we're actually.
Yeah, I think we're gonna.
How
You're gonna keep Shank and Kopesh with the boat, right?
Yeah, I don't think we should burn anything
Yeah.
down yet. My main
I-
reason.
In the
I would
fields.
be-
I
Yeah.
may need them.
I would be nearby with Shank and
I don't want to
Kopesh for
feed them to
backup
the
in
bats.
case something goes wrong.
The other thing to keep in mind is you could send them to go set something on fire.
Well,
I
the
was
thing
thinking about
is,
that, but I want to have a clear plan of action before I create a distraction.
but the thing is, one thing goes sideways under slightly mysterious circumstances. Well, that could be a fluke. You have fires, you have something rotting, you got something else going on. That's sabotage. 100%. You know that's sabotage.
Yeah. Once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is enemy action.
Oh, I got it.
Worst case scenario, we're like, we're stranded on the island in the
we could have
sugarcane
Shank and
field. Come
Kopesh.
get us.
Yeah. You're like, oh, let's
Stealing some of the sugar.
What?
sugar cane.
Why do
Yeah,
we
sugar
want
cane.
that?
That's
We have to roll back.
It's not super valuable
also
by itself.
sugarcane needs to be processed within hours of being harvested.
It could be an explanation for why people might be sabotaging for the sabotage. You could just dump the sugar cane
I'm
into
gonna
the lake.
I'm gonna argue keep the goblins with the boat, and then you 3 can handle your own.
2
That's
goblins each holding
Yeah,
a torchlight.
I was well, at least we've got loyal as a crew thing, right?
That's- yeah.
Disciplined. Disciplined as a crew
Like
thing.
that's
Good.
the easiest thing to do.
We'll get you some rum.
They're also they're
Drunk
also
with
tight-lipped.
torches.
Like we have a tight-lipped crew,
Yeah.
so
I'll get them some
Oh,
rum.
the
It's
thing
okay.
Is, the thing is,
I'll
if like
steal some.
if there's some kind of like border patrol or something, and they happen to come across them, we can always claim that the goblins stole the boat and went off to the island, obviously
Yeah.
with their own nefarious
yeah.
plan.
But we still gotta keep them.
Are we
tight
settled on that?
Yeah.
Yes,
I think-
we are settled on it.
okay, cool.
Let's do this. But yeah, keep them
Sounds
with
good.
the boat.
Yes,
Okay.
makes it a lot easier, guys.
Oh damn.
Boat is over here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yep. Sangomas is moving off this way.
Yep.
And what are you doing, Corey? Are you sticking with the boat, or are you going on ahead somewhere?
I am his backup in case something goes wrong, so he's not left alone.
Right? And Vivian?
Actually, may
I'm
I
going
rec-
with them.
Why would I recommend actually that she goes with them and you stay either somewhere in between or with the boat as well? My main reasoning being you have the best ability to keep an eye out and sort of scout around, especially with the aid of your bird. You guys can all telepathically communicate. So if for some reason, like I would suggest that somebody, if you're going to leave people with the boat, that somebody with the ability to telepathically communicate be somewhere in that area. So it's like, you know guys, we're going to need to get out of here in a hurry. Let's start moving that boat out of the sugarcane. Or, oh, there might be some guards headed your way. Maybe duck behind something.
Or like cover
Or,
fire.
okay, we need those
Coming
torches
out
now.
hot.
Send the goblins.
As your boat is actually approaching toward the island, you're actually rowing during the day because you want it to be night when you're arriving.
Yeah.
Ambassador has been scouting around the island, watching these guys come and go during the day. As night falls, however, Ambassador suddenly flies away from the island and returns to you
The bats.
because 2 of these bats, of the 4 that are in there, have taken to the air and have started patrolling the island in little
Yeah, I figured.
circles, like that.
Lovely.
Each of them has a goblin riding on board. Each of those goblins has a horn and a bow.
Basically what I figured.
Of course. And there's also echolocation, so it's easy to spot things that are moving.
Such as sugarcane rustling. Occasionally, as ambassador, if you actually have, you're gonna have ambassador hang around and try and watch the giant bats.
No.
And get eaten.
Yeah.
So it would be somewhat risky.
I mean, I know it's a simple defense, but against D&D players, this is top tier security.
God damn it! They
Wait.
have bats. Screwed.
We'll just go. We'll just move it.
We have to go
increments
from
where
a
they're
different
not
approach.
around. We have to keep eyes out on the bat.
They're
somehow.
struggling on the island.
Higher island.
If
There's
only
only
there
two
was
of
someone
them.
with a very loud instrument who could distract them.
High
course.
pitched noise.
I'll just say my name. Have the ghosts of the flamenco guitar in the distance.
Immediately get stabbed by the goblins.
I say we sneak slowly through the fields and try our luck.
Yeah.
I will say it's like it's not automatic that
Yeah.
they notice you. Like
Yeah.
if you botch a stealth check, they'll notice.
Oh
you.
yeah.
We'll just have to time it.
Make a try.
The sound only
Yeah.
travels so far.
Yeah.
I mean, if it fails, whatever. You guys are tight-lipped. We'll show up and
Yeah.
liberate you anyways.
Yeah, we'll just be slaves. Worst case scenario.
We'll be slaves for a day at worst.
When tortured a little.
At worst,
Light torture.
at worst, one day.
Your optimism is astounding.
At worst, one day. You can handle
If
that.
light torture is optimistic, I am horrified at what your backstory might be.
Well, well, to be fair, then I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
like
We're-
you guys might get
The
captured.
rescue party isn't that far away.
Yeah.
Whether the rescue party is
Yeah,
any
well,
better
think
Think of it
equipped to
like
rescue.
this.
No, again, to
You'll
be
be
fair, you guys might
telepathically
get
hearing
captured.
our screams.
It's true.
Yeah, but
Psychological
that also works the other way.
damage.
We'll know that they're on their way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At worst, one day.
And hey, at best, we get to learn a little bit about the inside of their complex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get to plot a better.
I mean,
Guys, it's okay.
Okay. I suggest we don't
Shady
go this
looking
way because it will take
cape
too
though.
long.
Yes.
Okay? It'll take too long to travel and there's like bats and stuff. So we need to shorten the distance
What? Do we?
from the water.
What?
We need to shorten the distance.
Yeah, but that's tower.
And then we have to come in on the beach, which gives us absolutely
I
no
think
cover.
just stick
The
with the
thing is that
sugar
there's
cane.
I am a really
sneaky guy.
guys,
just
I
trust
think-
me on
Yeah.
this.
let's just try it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Worst comes to worst,
question, what is
combat.
this?
That is an awning that
Let's
extends out over
just
the beach.
Try
Which
it.
has some chairs
Yeah,
and
let's
tables.
just do
on it.
this.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Let's
We
just
spent like an
over the
hour
beach, so
debating
there's
this.
a
guys.
Let's go.
Let's just
So it's over the
Try
water,
it.
right?
There's two poles that
The
sink onto the
captain
beach.
has
Yeah.
spoken.
So we can go underneath that.
We're doing the
But
plan.
they're gonna see us coming.
It is
Under
decided.
Well,
They're gonna see
I assume
the
that
boat
we can
physically
swim, right?
getting
Like this
close
tower
to
right
the
here?
glass house.
While I'm,
You can approach it.
swim
certainly.
underwater. They can't see underwater.
the captain may be drunk, but he is making an executive decision. The plan is going through as planned. Period.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Done.
Sorry, it's just
It is going through.
or more risky.
If it's any
a,
consolation, Corey, that would be a much more risky plan.
What's this?
it's a
It
glass
was over here.
house
Yeah.
For all the other
overlooking the
What is
ocean. They're gonna
I
see a
have some
boat coming
convenient
in.
little
It is
bits of
going.
paper.
Also,
That would be helpful
during the
markers.
evening, as you're approaching, that beach is occupied by guys with
By
booze
slavers.
sitting around getting drunk.
Waxing philosophical.
You would literally be swimming up onto a beach, which there's like 9 guys standing there like, "The fuck are you?"
Start the dice rolling.
Alright, so you guys are gonna approach the island?
Yes.
Yep.
By the way, don't forget you have these D20s or D6s.
Okay. And are we just gonna row as fast as we
Also,
can?
speaking of which, while I am supposed to be keeping an eye on the party, I am distracted by a group of 4 or 5 crew members
Nice.
for a number of hours.
Is he
Alright.
Okay.
is he saying this aloud?
Yes.
In,
He's
like,
probably
in-
bragging.
Alright.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Stop thinking those
No,
things.
well now that I know
Please.
that, I'm like, alright, well I
No,
I
I'm
guess I have
mentioning
to.
this in hopes that it might earn me a.
Yeah, thoughts that we're all hearing.
You know what? Sure, here. Well, but you're not gonna be much help during the next little while.
You actually correct him on his accounting.
Wait, they could all
He
fight
didn't
in
carry the
spirit.
1 on one of those figures.
They
If
could,
fight
like,
occurs, yes.
Yeah.
you
Although,
could all fight in spirit.
although, yes. To be clear,
Okay.
Betty will be staying sober for the evening, knowing that somebody needs to be responsible.
Control tower.
Jeffrey, give me a charisma check.
Alrighty.
She's Oracle for this.
Control tower.
Yeah.
Okay. 17. Can I add Clever Casanova?
Sure.
21.
Alright. Your crew does not lose morale as other members of the crew are annoyed or disgusted by your behavior.
But yeah.
The ones you're with are fine with it.
Yeah.
Some of the other ones are like, what the fuck are you doing?
Nice.
Yeah, they're sailors.
Yeah, but
This is true. Alright, 3 of you who are actually on the away team. Your ship is approaching.
I hope none of
under
you put
cover
on
of
red
night.
shirts.
You can explain how you are going to assist Shank and Kopash's skullduggery roll. to
What
arise
colors
the
are
game.
the goblin
Is
shirts?
it red? Quite clearly.
Why would they wear red on their stealth mission?
Dark.
They're probably dark.
I'd be like, we're friends, and I'll get you
Shank and
wrong.
Kopesh are being overly loud on the boat ride, and I smack one, going, "You, quiet, or they'll hear us."
All right.
Forceful.
That's a strength check or an intimidate check.
Strength's better. Oh,
18 on the
18
die.
on the die.
He kills them.
Shank is dead.
They'll get us all killed, you fool.
If you do that, yes.
I'm suddenly picturing how bad an idea it would be to have both your character and Gladiolus on any kind of crew together at any point. Everyone else would be dead or a bloody pulp before we got nowhere.
Vivian?
Oh, I'd say I'd bring them something.
Bring what now?
Probably wrong.
Yeah.
What are you doing to make their approach to the island easier? Or
Oh,
stealthier?
their approach.
Keep an eye out.
Tell them
Yeah.
to muffle their oars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're showing them
Make sure you
techniques for
make
how
sure you
to-
enter vertical, and then row and exit vertical.
Okay.
Less
Giving them
muffle.
tips on rowing.
Yeah, you can give rowing tips. That would be intelligence, probably.
You would know skullduggery stuff like that.
Does the raise that sea work?
Yeah, certainly.
Oh yeah.
19 on the die.
Yeah, 23.
And lastly, Corey.
Only 23.
What are you doing to
Raise that
assist the
safe.
approach?
Oh.
To assist the approach.
To avoid being spotted by giant bats.
Oh, you added your level to that already.
Would you like a really obvious
did I?
suggestion?
No, I didn't.
Take note
I
of
didn't.
where
You
the
only
giant
have
bats
8
are.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, he's
Yeah,
a ranger,
that's
right?
only 8.
Like, he
And
knows
then
creatures.
I'm amazed
Oh,
it took
okay.
this long and no one spotted maybe time the bat patrol.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably said that during all the crosstalk. I know I did.
I
Yeah,
know
see
I
my
did.
I'm using S markers.
Oh.
Time bad.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's just not as good of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't give them. They still have to make their rolls, so it's basically they just don't get an extra die.
I think that's like 10.
Yeah.
Hey.
Wow, trip threes.
Nice. So they actually don't get spotted. And more importantly, they manage to get the ship to the shore and pull it up into the sugarcane in a gap between patrols. So they do it quickly enough that you are not spotted as the boat approaches, and no one notices the presence of a boat. So you are now on the island.
Yeah, don't make a sound or you'll get eaten by bats.
Yep.
Quiet, all of you. Okay.
And you won't be around to smack you.
as quiet as possible. How could I hear him all the way here?
It's like, just try to tune it out.
Yeah, that wasn't telepathic. You could physically hear me.
That's worse.
A day's row away.
Over sound absorbing water.
I was gonna say at least you
Okay,
have to
we
listen
go
to the
through the
creaking
sugarcane.
of the-
Yeah.
Alright. You can give me a stealth check.
Is anyone staying halfway or are we doing
I am
that?
staying nearby.
Okay.
I'd also be rolling a stealth check.
Oh, you're going with him? Okay.
Not a direct
21.
to it near him. It's like 2 different locations. Just I'm close
Just
enough
don't
to
mention
call
anything.
it
We're just gonna delay it.
Where are
Try
you
to
going?
throw something out.
Oh, stealth check?
So he's going like this way, right?
Yep.
That has an actual bed, you know, appropriate
What's
for
stealth?
multi-person encounters,
Wisdom,
would be the captain's
I believe, or
order.
Dex.
Dex.
Stealth is dex.
Oh, they're not on the boat.
Oh, yes, on the island.
They're in
right,
the jungle.
I forgot.
I'm in my quarters.
Plus just the mod,
drunk.
That
right?
just occurred to me.
Mod plus level,
Oh, okay. So.
plus any relevant background.
Yeah.
So it would be this
Assuming
number.
thief works.
Yes. Yeah. When you roll your thing, you end up rolling
22.
Right? And what did he get through?
high. 21.
Okay. Alright. Guys all stealthily sneak up.
Is there a door? Oh, I guess we'll make a door.
So Corey has branched off from you two guys, is heading off in a slightly different direction.
Where did that fool go? Where did you go, fool?
Don't worry, I'm nearby.
He's watching us our back.
Oh, I have a really bad feeling about this.
Just,
Alright.
well, we have no
So as
control.
you approach,
Just let
you
it
Yeah.
just
happen.
sort of peer through some sugarcane. You can see up in a tower over there, there's a goblin. You know,
I
Get a
just sneak
lamp.
up on the
got a
tower.
full-size
and,
lamp
like,
on a stick, sort of pointing around in various directions.
Good.
Looking around here and there.
I just climb up the
Look for
tower
when
and like.
he's
Bats.
looking the other way, and the bats aren't there.
Right?
Book it and run up to the side of the building and press myself up against it so you can't see down.
Or like directly under the tower. Yeah.
Give me a
Not humming.
wisdom perception check to spot your opening.
18 on the die.
Alright, yep. You're up against the wall.
Are you
can
humming
see,
in a Kronk-like fashion?
You can see both the wall you're hugged against. There is a very large sort of barn door style swing open kind of thing. It's got a big bar over it with a padlock on it. Looking down the other side, you can see another door over here.
Padlocks.
Both of them have padlocks on them. It appears the warehouse is kept locked at night.
You, shifty one.
Yeah, I know.
You can deal with locks, right? You're urban.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That
What?
line.
The greatest line in the Walking Dead video game.
Yes,
Oh my god. Okay.
it is
Okay.
glorious.
So I'm gonna get to where he is.
Alright. You can follow the same opening he did. I'm not
Okay.
going to make you repeat that check.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be
Check
good.
the wall.
Hey. And so I'm gonna deal with the.
Try to pick that lock. Sure.
Yeah.
It'll be Dex Thievery check kind of thing.
Your Dex and thievery.
Yeah. It's almost like rogues are good at thieving. It's weird.
Not when you're all 5.
It's okay. It's like plus 11.
It is plus 11, actually.
So
16.
Huh?
16.
Oh, 16.
Is that before any of your stats?
Oh
Yeah, it would
that's
have to be.
what-
Okay.
Yep, you get the padlock opened up.
Oh wait, I keep forgetting. I'm supposed to add 2 to backgrounds, aren't I? So like 19.
Yeah.
Oh, not 5.
You managed to get that lock off of it. You don't make noise while you're doing it either. You gonna open that door?
Can I check the hinges?
Yeah, they appear to be in passably decent repair.
Okay, then we'll just open it enough to get.
I'm going to keep the padlock.
Right? You can keep it on.
Something to throw.
Maybe.
You're not gonna lock it back so that they don't walk to the door
We'll
and
lock
go.
it when we're done with it.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm just saying, when you're done, make sure you lock it back up.
Yes.
Because then they'll go in and be like, "What?
Yeah.
The door's unlocked."
My character's not that dumb.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
So.
To sneak inside.
Yay!
Inside, you can see crudely assembled wooden racks that are just full of like raw cut sugar cane, which appear to be drying. You're not sure what that might be for.
Okay.
Other ones are full of lumber and timber, which are sort of set aside. There's not a whole lot of it, but there's a fair amount kicking around there. You also find weird conical shaped things in bags. So you approach them and open it, you find it is full of sugar that has been pressed like into a little conical cake. This is actually how sugar is shipped. It
Oh.
looks very funny.
Okay.
They're shipped in these weird like cones.
Okay.
Make them snackable.
They're totally not
Does it?
stackable at all.
How?
I
They're
think
really
it's so
weird.
they don't roll.
But in the bag, couldn't you flip it and then?
Possibly.
A glimmer comes to my old man eyes. Just, wow, this is... I didn't know they did that with sugar.
Are there any guards?
You are also exploring a island. Certainly
Nice.
dangerous.
Nice.
Captain Wanderlust. You can also find there are barrels of what you realize is rum. There are not a whole lot of them. It appears they go through this about as quickly as they make it.
Nice.
Yeah, there's raw sugar and other things like that too, yes. But what would you like to do?
Spices.
Are there any guards inside?
Not in here that you see, no. Although as you're hanging around by the door, after you close it behind you, you do hear sort of a crunching footsteps. Looks like occasionally there are people patrolling around this area.
Okay.
All right, thought speak to the crew. 2 options. I either deal with the supply of lumber that I have found, which it's not very large, but it's their supply of lumber. Or I could try and destroy one of the support beams of the building, which will cause damage to it.
My vote's probably that we do the building, because if we just destroy the lumber, and then we show up with a convenient boat full of lumber.
Yeah.
And see where that might be
Exactly,
slightly more
that's why I
suspicious.
proposed this.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd propose something that involves a lot of fire. That way we can say, yeah, we saw a huge thing of smoke from back there. Did you guys need help or anything?
No, basically the fire is if we do get caught.
Yes. Also,
Okay.
Fire is
Oh, like
always
we get
planned.
blamed on
I
the
think-
slave.
Fire
think-
is plan F.
I think wood
It's
rot
like
is
burn
fine.
everything.
I think
Cover blown anyway.
rotten the
Just like
beam
plan Y is space the
good.
habitat.
You should do that.
So
Man.
I think it's Hardison dies in Planet.
While I'm over there, I am going to get a rock
Okay.
and write a note on it. The note.
Oh Lord, no.
I assume you're trying a piece of paper to a rock
Yes.
keeping.
Yes.
you know, break a window that they don't have.
Lord,
I'm going to have
Stop,
it having
please.
words of inspiration. Is that
stop.
that
We don't want anyone to know we were
Stop
here.
it.
No, we don't want to end up fighting slaves later on.
What?
We don't want anyone to know
Well,
we
we're
were
gonna-
here.
Stop.
Hold on, I'm not telepathically doing this.
Stop.
If you're saying at the table, you kind of are.
Stop
That's
it.
why ThoughtSpeak exists.
If you want to talk privately, you can talk privately with me.
Stop
Has anyone heard from the idiot with
doing
the parrot
things.
lately? Are you still alive?
I am worried.
Here we go.
Get it done. Get in and out, man. Go.
It's okay.
Oh, I'll wait till the DM gets
So
back
what's-
to declare my action.
Oh.
I'm going to grab the pillar.
Like hug it like a koala.
It can't be that wide. It's probably only like this wide.
Okay,
Pretty
fine.
big warehouse.
Aren't you like a sloth? Like,
I know.
There's probably just a lot of them.
You know those like those
which one
photo
of these looks like
holding
it's supporting the
koalas?
most weight? That one.
In fact, I prepared wagons. I know about building things, maybe.
Why send a message, guys?
Well,
Why?
Because then they know someone's coming and it was prepared and preempted.
the thing is,
If we're
No.
lucky, the fool was captured.
yeah, no.
well, the weekend. Well, the thing is,
Yeah,
okay,
I know
here's the
that's
thing.
a
Here's
bad
the thing.
thing.
Here's the thing. You can convince them if they come up and they're like, "Oh, we had somebody sneak onto the island and leave this note." You can convince them with your con man-ness that it was obviously one of the guards that
My
did it, and you
argument
can
is, did he
instill-
bring
and
something
you
to
can
write with?
instill some infighting by making them think that they have a slave sympathetic guard in their midst.
Alright.
Give me a charisma check.
Hell, you could even blame if they figure out that it was sabotage. You can even blame that on
We
the.
could just
on the
While
guard.
this is happening,
We could just take them out. Just take
is everyone
out all
okay
the
with what I'm going to do?
I think I'm okay.
You're gonna rock one of the
Oh,
supports?
20.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
might. If
I
we did it stealthily,
grab one of the
it's more
central
groups.
pillars of the building.
He's doing a thing first.
What did he roll?
It's 5 on the die.
We disavow him if he gets caught.
It's okay if he gets caught. Like torture.
Torture,
I
yeah.
haven't
Have
heard you
we
guys.
learned?
I haven't heard from you guys in a
13
while.
total.
What's going on over there?
Did you apply your sparkly eye friendly
Betty would have been keeping in pretty constant communication
coffee
with them.
thing background to it?
I think 17 or something.
So far, everything is fine.
It's 17.
17?
I haven't heard from Eduardo. What's going on with him?
That's why it's fine.
So you pass that in there. And that may have an effect. You do get one of these for doing this stuff.
Nice.
Okay, if it's related
So
to
you
this
just
drive,
pocket it?
then-
Stupidly risky.
If it is
plan.
involved with his drives, that's legit. That's a legit reason.
yeah.
It's okay.
What if there's a slave with Stockholm syndrome in there?
Technically, I have
All
one
slave with
less.
Stockholm syndrome in there.
Yeah, the thing is, slaves
What
in
if a slave with
general
Stockholm syndrome
are
picks
more
it up?
likely.
A house slave.
We have a name for those slaves. They're called house.
We have a name for those.
Yeah.
They're called all of them.
Yeah, the thing is, from like a lot of the time, one of the reasons why slave rebellions are so hard to start, especially is that they're more likely to to sabotage other slaves' attempts in hopes of making their retribution when the other slave's attempt inevitably fails, which they think is going to inevitably fail, lesser for themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah.
There's always plenty of them who are just gonna rat out rebellions.
What if we flip it so that the slaves become the slavers?
How are you
That would
possibly
solve
okay
nothing.
with that?
No, I mean just no. They wouldn't take any more slaves.
Oh my
They
gosh.
only
Anyway.
punish.
We don't know
I'm
they
would.
wouldn't.
Totally.
But here's the thing though. Well, like I say, if for
I'm
some
sure they
reason,
wouldn't exploit the only thing they know.
Have you
If for
not
some
seen the
reason
Stanford
they
Prison
start-
Experiment?
if for some reason they start to think that
Don't
there
even get me
is
started on that
someone,
stupidity.
if for some reason they start thinking there is someone that's trying to help the slaves or whatever, we can try and frame it, make it look like there's some
Alright,
sympathetic
it's
slaver.
fine.
Anyway,
Let's get on with Daniel's thing.
meanwhile, what is Daniel doing? I was away from the table for a while.
Yeah.
What did you decide on?
I find one of the central supporting beams, one of the pillars, grab it, and activate the power of the cloak.
Cool.
And then I book it.
Now, what part of the warehouse are you going to collapse?
Oh wait, I want to steal
Probably
something.
unlikely. It's unlikely the whole thing will come down, but you can certainly collapse part of it. I would recommend the part over the sugar, because if it rains, it will get ruined,
And that
which
would-
will both create a need for lumber and will motivate them to sell what sugar they have.
Yes.
At a cheaper price.
Alright, so you rot out one of these support pillars. There's no roll required for this.
Did they actually
You're
have like
using dark
bottles?
magics to suit your own whim.
Did they actually have like bottles of rum in there or no?
Bottles, no. They're more like kegs.
Okay. I'll get the rum later.
You could steal a keg of rum.
You can also tap the keg.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can
when
They might notice that when investigating.
when we're bartering with them, we
Is there
may
a
ask
tap
for a
in
barrel or
this?
two.
Blame it
Wait,
on one of the other
what-
slaves.
Remember, guys, bartering is always an option.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Fine, moving forward now.
Oh,
off
you
the
say
island.
that like we're not going to steal everything that isn't bolted down once we liberate the place.
Yeah. I'd
A
say
large
get-
section of the.
What's dried sugar
Here?
cane for?
Presumably
Probably-
the rot takes a little while to spread, right?
Yeah, a little
So they'll
bit.
have time to get out of there before the building collapses?
Oh, they can get out of the building, certainly.
Not all of it's going to
This
Rot the tower too.
quarter of the building actually collapses and caves in. The roof now leans quite. Actually, I'm going to make this.
You might want to book it now.
Essentially,
I
the
have
roof
been
has
looking
done
at
this.
plots.
Yeah, I was saying as soon as like okay, ready?
These
guys?
two
Ready,
towers
ready?
are still standing, although they are at an angle of about like this.
Yeah.
The goblins inside are holding on for dear life. Both of them start blowing their horns,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
alarm horns.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you guys have got out of the warehouse and back onto the boat by now.
Yeah.
I assume the second they
Did you
touch
remember
the
locking
they
the
did
door
that.
again?
It's a bit of a long jog, actually.
Well, the thing is, presumably the rod.
Elevation
If
to the
he just brought it like a
fields.
support beam, so once the support beam gives out, the thing collapses. Presumably that takes a minute to spread, right?
The
Or is it
Rolovac
pretty
book
instant?
is pretty instantaneous.
Okay.
Okay,
magic.
never mind.
Like,
It's okay.
It's,
It's okay.
It's
We're
freaky.
going
The whole
So-
thing goes like. I think it's like you hold your hand to it like a minute.
It's okay. Even if we
Okay.
get
So
caught.
they're in the fields.
Okay.
So who sent you?
You can certainly get into the fields without much
You
difficulty.
enslaved my
Wait,
mother.
wait, wait. Did you remember to lock the door?
Fuck, I didn't. Oh,
That's
Could
okay.
have
On
just
the
said
way
yes.
I run back. If that
Give me
requires a
deck
check.
stealth. Yep. I'm only requiring a check because technically Jeffrey is too drunk and occupied to be actually helping you right now.
13.
Alright. There is a very large gentleman who has just walked around this corner who spots you in your cloak with your head up, fumbling with the lock. He goes, "Hey, you!" Starts coming towards you.
Okay.
You.
Can I? I don't know.
Who goes there?
Wait, are we able
Kill
to do
him.
the?
What's going
Throw
on?
him in the fields. You'll be
You're
fine.
trying to
Yeah.
get inside,
Oh, we.
right?
Yeah, actually, if
Tell
we can
them-
just disappear
Yeah.
him without anyone else noticing,
Yes.
then if there is anyone to blame, they'll blame him.
Myrtle eyes.
Greeting fist.
Alright.
You have
Should I
a
roll
rogue in
initiative?
waiting.
Yeah.
Stealth attacks.
Probably yes.
I took the sneak attack feat, so I could actually just do it if he's slower than me.
Just
Well, can you still?
drive
What
it.
is the requirement for that?
Stealth? I think I was in the sugarcane, and then you ran back, and I was like, wait, what?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're in the shirt.
drive the blade into his
He
throat.
doesn't know about you just yet.
Yeah.
You may have to beat me on my initiative.
In the
Okay.
throat. Myrtle eyes.
Well, you can do a ready to action for after he gets
So
stabbed.
probably around here by now.
Yes.
How lethal
You
is
can't
my
actually delay
stabbing?
it.
I don't even know.
Quite a ways away.
It depends.
It'll take you a round or two to show up. Like, as I mentioned, this island is actually quite big.
Alright, I got 11 on my initiative.
We're gonna fight the bats on the way back. Yay!
As soon as
If we can drop this guy.
Jump into
So
the water.
you guys have told us that this is going on, right?
Yes.
Yes. It's like, guys, it's like, he ran back.
and Betty's
I'm
getting
gonna
ready to go off.
I'm gonna go to the crew.
No, I
and
said,
be like,
where are
hey,
you going in my head?
Party's over.
What?
We gotta start moving.
You guys on the boat are going to
Well-
take like a day.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Well, no, but
I
wanna
let's
start
wait and
now.
see-
You're
let's
not
wait-
going to contribute to this
Let's wait
fight.
and
wanna
see how
start
this.
now.
Let's wait and
No.
see how this pans out because if they can get the
No,
guard
you-
out of there before anyone else
You
notices,
can fight in spirit.
yeah, and if we can get them
Yeah, that's
and the
a
guard
mechanic.
out of
Yeah.
there,
He
Like,
can fight
the-
in spirit.
No,
I
you
can
can
fight spirit.
you can all find spirit because you're
He's-
technically not there, but you are audible through our power.
but the other thing is, if they can get that guard out of there before anyone else notices, and if they just like disappear him,
No, I know.
Can I just
so
run
if
out and
that,
like?
so we don't want to raise any suspicion on
Oh,
our
you
end by
tried-
canceling the party.
Could I try to knock him out with a greeting fist?
Possible enough. Do it. I believe in you. He's a mook. That's what you should think.
Oh, do
What
I
did you
roll?
get?
Aim
for your
for the
initiative?
throat so he
have
can't.
two.
I rolled a
yell.
1.
For your
So
initiative?
7.
So I run back. I
He
see.
got 21 for his initiative.
Jeez.
Oh lord.
Okay, so I gotta roll twice. Yes.
I am an old man.
At least.
Oh, 17 on the die.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Oh, roll the other one. You get to pick the highest.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
For humans, it's rolled twice.
Yeah. Okay. Plus.
It's 23.
Yeah.
And what did he get again?
21.
Okay,
So we
perfect.
do get a preemptive stab in the face.
Stab for the
Throat. So vocals are no longer a thing.
I'm gonna go with. I don't have momentum, which is sad.
Or stab in the diaphragm.
Anything to prevent with the screaming.
Can you deflate him?
I don't have that.
If you puncture a lung, it would deflate it, so he couldn't speak.
Can I telepathically sing to people?
Just cut his throat. I wouldn't
not while you're
actually do
occupied.
that, but. Because then it'd be messy.
Can I tell people commands telepathically?
No.
Ah, damn it.
I have established this.
Do
You
the
must
thing.
be in the battle with them to
Yeah,
do that.
fair
You
enough.
can't see through their eyes. You can't give them tactical advice like
Can
that.
give us
Dang
major bonuses to hit.
And I
That's
can't
about
I
it.
can't give them my
And you
ungodly
want to give me a
luck.
bonus to hit.
What you can do is what's called fighting in spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
Which
give
is
them
you
bonuses.
explain how your interactions, or in your case, psychic speaking with them, can give them advice on how to best perform.
I didn't actually get to the grab mechanics.
Stab him in the throat.
Ooh.
Throat. Yep.
Okay.
Now you presumably
Yeah,
get straight
but
character
first.
sheets. Or,
Yeah.
both.
Yay! Okay, so
Well,
shoot, what do I do?
Fair enough.
Wait, you have. Oh, those are powers. Okay.
Basically the whole
I have a
book
lot. Okay,
of
so
what she needs.
Well, this is her first time playing.
I think I'm actually gonna do Tumbling Strike. So it gives you a +5 to all disengaged checks. I don't think these things stack because I have a +5 normally anyway. So I move to engage the enemy.
Right?
Yeah.
You engage a very large, which appears to be a half-orc gentleman.
Do we get anything from just
He
like
has his
popping
hair.
out?
He has his hair in a black ponytail.
Okay.
He's carrying a large machete and a whip on his hip.
Oh, okay.
He has drawn his machete and is demanding to know, pointing at you and demanding to know who you are.
Okay, can I come up behind him?
The whip and garrote him.
Give me dex stealth check. Try and
Jump onto his
Please
neck
ace this,
back,
please
grab
ace
his
this.
ponytail, and slide his throat.
7 plus 11, so 18.
18. You may want to spend that chip.
Okay.
Do a D6. Yeah, do
Yeah.
a D6. Here.
Nerd.
Roll 6. Roll 6.
4. So, yeah, 22.
Alright, doesn't seem to have noticed you.
Okay, so I deal my attack. Verse AC, damn it! Okay, 15
Right
verse
side, there's a
AC.
bunch of noise
15?
currently going on.
Nope.
So
Yeah.
probably didn't hear him say.
Oh wait a
"Hey,
second.
who
Are
you?"
we're able the helping in?
Daniel, you've certainly
No.
heard him say, who are
Yeah,
you?
you
No, I
could
meant
have.
others.
Can we
Oh.
just quickly
I
review
don't
what
know.
the helping in spirit?
You can give me a bonus to hit, but I
Yeah.
don't know if
On-
+2 would help.
Technically, you guys
Yeah.
also roll initiative.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Instead of doing that, though, because it's really pointless,
Okay.
I'm just going to have you at the start of the round declare who you're assisting with rolls.
Okay.
So, tell me that now, actually.
Can we stack assistants?
No.
Our monk friend
person
here
might
is reminded of a very
Yeah.
nice.
Out of it.
Yes, you are not contributing.
Unfortunately,
You
We
are
are presently
occupied.
occupied.
Sorry.
Well,
One
Betty
each.
or Beatrice, had been previously having a conversation with their rogue, detailing the anatomy of the most common races and the best places to incapacitate. Well, like the most obvious places to hit are here and here, but
Okay, go.
actually, if you hit here, you sever this tendon, which stops them from being able to use this part of their body. Well educated to the rescue.
Sure.
All right.
I don't think you roll anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind
Yeah.
then.
You just say who you're giving a bonus to and explain how.
Well, that is how and who.
The first time you do it, it's +2, and every subsequent time it's +1.
Yeah.
To either attack rolls or one of their defenses.
Yeah. So,
Well, add to
originally-
attack, although I don't think
I
it's
will
gonna.
also help Vivian.
does that stack?
And
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
what I was telling her was my history as a guerrilla tactics as ex-rebel sergeant, and how to deal with situations like this, in which you
Up
sneak
and
onto
under
an
the
island.
ribs.
No.
Try to go for the spot between the kidneys.
Take out that diaphragm, wiggle the knife a bit.
That's just personal flair.
That'd be
What was your roll again?
without theirs, it would have been. With theirs, it would be. If it's a +4, then.
You originally had 17.
Yeah.
So 21.
Alright, you actually do hit him then.
Yay.
Get a knife, good and solid in him.
And she gets sneak attack, right?
Yeah,
Does she
I
have stealth?
No, I haven't because he has a lower initiative. I took the
Ah.
feat.
Lovely.
So these, and then 2d8s for the actual damage. What
Please
am I
drop the
doing?
son of a bitch. Please drop the son of a bitch.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, not likely to happen.
Yeah,
damn
because
it.
it's a half orc.
Half orc, yeah.
I'm gonna
Does
have
she
to
at
drop the
least
son of a bitch.
get in the throat?
Okay.
Awesome.
11 plus 6. 17.
17?
17 plus.
26.
Yeah, okay.
26 total?
Yeah.
Roll them all.
And because it's part of my tumbling strike, I actually make a quick action to disengage
Okay.
and move away.
Alright.
And I'm gonna roll +5 bonus.
Okay.
Fuck.
Nope, this really isn't.
Don't worry, I have a plan. It involves punching. Take him out in one
What do
blow.
I add for that?
Disengage?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. It's a
Okay.
flat roll.
Okay, so it's 3 plus 5. 8.
Nope. You,
If we can-
attempt to scurry away. He actually spins around and catches you with one of his arms and smacks you up against the side of the door, though.
I tried. I was aiming for. Oh my god, what hit me?
Hopefully you've enraged him enough.
I am going to say he's
focused on
surprised,
you.
though, so he doesn't act this turn.
Or no.
Right.
Do something, you
Oh yeah,
fool.
Corey should get here.
Get over super far as I can. Where can I get?
You can get around there.
Right.
You're
Try
in
to
longbow
also
range, but
not
you would have
get-
to poke your head out of the sugarcane to shoot at him.
Yeah, try also not to get
So
spotted
a
by
sneaky
anybody else.
thing, I suppose, first.
Sure.
At this point, would it actually just be safer for us to stay on the island? Probably not. So you guys don't get blamed.
Wait, I have archery. I'll use that first.
Okay.
The thing is, our crew will notice you guys missing
Yeah, that's true.
Right, that's better.
unless they're really, really hungover.
This was a stealth check.
Huh?
I said make a stealth check.
Yeah.
So you are spending this. Archery does not let you reroll stealth checks.
Right. Okay. Right. Okay. My brain got a little smushed.
That is all right. Happens to everyone.
Right, that is stealth check. So that'd be 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Right, exactly what you need for him not to notice you.
Hey.
Check out the thing.
Please don't show that. Hey, you don't get spotted by the guy in the watchtower. That's your shooting either.
That would be
Still there.
inconvenient.
He's in a crooked tower now, but you can still see.
16.
Nope.
Okay.
That's
Archery
the wall.
reroll.
Wait, you shot the guy in the tower?
No.
He's trying to shoot the giant guy.
No, that did not work well either.
You're gonna need more D6s for this.
Your arrow thuds into the side of the
I got a bunch
the
here.
side of the warehouse next to him.
When you're running away, grab that arrow.
Yes.
Sangomas.
Okay.
You're not presently engaged with him, although you can do so without too much difficulty.
Punch him in the Adam's apple.
Yeah.
He is not
Yes.
facing you. He is paying
Punch him
somewhat more attention to the person who
in
just
the
stabbed
throat.
him in the back.
Charge
Sorry.
up. I'm going to.
Punch
I-
him in the throat.
Straight for the Adam's apple,
Yeah.
please.
Adam's apple. Greeting fist.
Okay.
Don't speak.
Burn a key. I double the damage these would do.
Do you spend the key before or after the
Oh, it's when you deal damage.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can see if you hit first. Which, considering you have 2 luck points to burn, is pretty likely.
Nice.
14. Wait,
14 total, or
I will have really good odds on reroll.
Yeah, 17
Yeah,
on the die.
17 on the die.
This die isn't utterly failing you this time.
So, the 2 yellow ones are the greeting fist damage, which will double. 26 damage.
Okay. Escalate. You are certainly getting an escalation die here. Maybe yeah.
Well,
Also,
was
you
he
guys.
was he successful in the punching to the throat?
I would say yes.
Okay.
He's having difficulty talking.
okay. Oh my gosh.
Well, are we doing ours
Yep.
first? Okay.
Oh, did he grab me, or am I just flying to the?
He just smacked you.
Oh,
You,
okay.
you did not successfully disengage. That's all I mean.
Okay.
Amber Rose and all you lot.
Yay.
I'm helping out Corey to. I told him. Move on.
You taught him some of
Right.
your techniques that you taught your rebel soldiers. For
Attack and
sneaking.
retreat.
Yeah.
Don't stand there like an idiot.
Pro tip: don't die.
Guerrilla fighting
Don't
tactics.
hold your ground while you're shooting.
Keep moving.
Marine micro.
It's not your land. You can give it up.
Amber Rose. And Jeffrey, I will allow you to drop in at this point. I'm just going to have you miss one round of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were distracted, but you've gotten it. Yeah, you've gotten your pants back on.
Okay. Anyways, our monk friend here remembers a really funky tune I was singing a couple nights ago.
It was actually really catchy. I approve.
Technically, Fight in Spirit can only grant +2 or +1, but I'm allowing a 5 here.
Wow.
Nice.
Somebody's day is going to be ruined. Wow.
Oh man.
I will allow a +5, but only if you sing the next part of the song and make your tag.
Yes.
Dang, it stuck in my head. Beatrice had actually, when they were talked, Beatrice had actually talked a little bit about what guard rotation patterns are quite often like, and a little bit what she knew, especially assuming that in this area they're more likely to have similar patterns to nearby islands, and like for example the town they just came
There's
from.
only so many ways you can patrol around a building.
Yeah. Hop right out.
And she had explained some of the better ways to circumvent those efforts to their
Step
scouts.
1, don't stay in one place for too long.
To those scouts.
Step 2, if you must stay in one place, make sure it's not the place where part of a building just collapsed.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Maybe yeah.
Tumbling strike! Oh yeah. That's 19 on its own.
Oh yeah.
So, yay! And
You get sneak attack because someone.
he did hit me, so I can use sneak attack. I also have momentum, but that doesn't do anything. Just this.
Drop the son of a bitch. Drop him.
Okay, these are my weapons. I have to add level to just the weapons. Okay. 17. Plus
23?
six. Yeah, 23.
What is your damage? It's still up.
Oh, but I'm not done. I disengage again. Because it's tumbling strike.
And you get smacked. And she gets smacked into a door again.
Still here.
Just try to run away, he grabs your foot.
Dang it!
I'm like, no!
Does grab your foot, and he's gonna take a falchion to your back.
Oh.
I thought it was a machete.
I hope it.
That's a falchion. A falchion is basically a giant machine. Oh, jeez.
This gonna hurt.
Yay. It's okay.
And I can't help you. I'm
23
sorry.
AC
Yeah, I think that hits. Yeah.
Yeah, that
'cause-
hits.
Yeah.
for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
He's
And
going to cut you quite severely across the back.
At second
Okay.
level, if that didn't hit, it would have been
And
amazing.
he's going to attempt to disengage from you two and fail.
okay, and that's against AC, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna use roll with it
Okay.
because that's momentum.
So you only take 5 then.
Oh wait, because he hit me. Oh wait.
It's an interrupt.
Okay, yeah. So I take.
You have
5
to
damage.
spend the momentum that you would have lost anyway from him hitting you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eduardo.
+1 to your attack.
And another sneak to make sure I'm spotted, or
Yeah.
plus 11 on the die.
Yep.
So
It's the same thing you rolled last time.
crit.
There you go.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's see,
Steal
crit
my
is
kill.
double damage. Actually,
Double
I
damage.
would kind of. If I steal his kill, does that count as glory?
I will say yes.
It depends on what I say.
Oh, do you know what my
No,
drive
it-
is?
Nah, he's
His
still
drive
gonna.
is things that would cause him to get glory.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He does not actually require accolades.
Well,
Okay.
if he drops him, I'm about to give him
It's
a reason
merely
to
him
get one.
attempting to do glorious things. Whether or not anyone cares.
So it's just
is
double
secondary.
damage whenever I roll, right?
Yep.
Plus the plus.
Yeah, plus or minus. Just add up your damage and then.
26.
Alright. You put an arrow clean through as he's like turning to cut it. An arrow goes like through one eye.
Oh.
To the and then out the other eye.
What?
He screams, staggers back, and falls and impales himself on a broken timber.
Well, you are good.
How loud was he screaming?
But he was
He
punched
not
in the throat.
very.
He was
punched in
punched in the throat. Well, it's more like he was trying to scream.
It's like, bring the body with you and take the arrows. Do not leave any
Clean
arrows
up,
behind.
Lock the door and leave. Yeah.
Quickly now.
I lock the door,
I take
Actually-
the arrows.
and then we grab the body and book it.
Yeah, she'd probably actually give specific instructions. You know, like, you two grab the body, you get the arrows.
And you just keep repeating the instructions.
Yes.
Also lock the door.
I'll get
Yeah,
the
and lock the
arrows.
door. Basically, the fastest one being a
And
rogue.
I'll lock the door. Yeah.
Also, the least likely to get spotted. Get into the sugarcane.
Crap.
Bats.
Did we get
Bats.
wrecked?
Do we get bats?
Possibly. There's other stuff entering the initiative. That's all.
It's too bad
worry
someone
about
didn't
it.
stay behind. Someone could have had the goblins set the tower on fire.
Fine, no, no,
Unfortunately, we do want a clear view of them, so we. I don't know if we want to fight them.
Fire
through
is a
the-
blatant sabotage, though.
Yeah, I know, but if at the point where you're spotted,
Yeah.
No.
I
your host
lock the
already.
door.
Yeah, we're spotted. So light something
call that
on
a
fire,
minor
and then when we arrive, we can just
Throw
say,
the body
hey,
over
yeah,
my
we
shoulder.
noticed there's a large smoke thing in there. You
Throw
need
it
any
at
help?
the bat.
You grab the arrow.
I grab the
I'll
arrow.
have to go. I'll just.
There are actually 3 of them.
You grab the arrows.
Yeah.
And if
I'll
I still
grab
have a
some.
move action,
You have
I
to find them.
Well,
first.
one of the arrows is here. The
Yeah,
other
one of
arrow
them
is on
stuck
the
in
wall.
him.
yeah, I mean the one in the wall.
But he did shoot them. so
One
we
is
should have
stuck
a-
in him, 2 are stuck in the wall.
I'll get the wall ones.
Did you miss twice?
Archery.
Archery lets you reroll an attack, which I
Doink,
assume
doink.
means you're just firing quickly.
Shink.
And then I try to go into the cane all stealthily.
With the body.
Give me a stealth check. I am going to give you -2 because you're carrying a dead guy.
But you do get a +5 if you can see the thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
Reroll.
Yeah.
It's better.
Come on.
22.
Don't forget.
Gotta
Singing might
gotta
be
sing a thing.
counterproductive to stealth, though.
As you you dash your way as best you can with the body over your shoulder to the sugar cane, as you start trying to trudge your way through, you're like cursing under your breath. You realize, this dead guy over my shoulder is just impeding my progress so much. It's taking so long to do this, and then you realize that's actually to your benefit, because you don't want to move quickly through the cane because the bats will pick it up. You realize the dead guy weighing you down is not going to be that big a deal. Once you get past that first dash into the cane, you just got to move slow, steady, and not panic.
Nice.
Right, so
Feed
now I
that
have to go
information to
grab this
everyone
arrow,
else.
Calm
right?
and stay together.
It's like, guys, stay slow.
Yes.
It's maybe also at the beginning of the round.
Oh wait, you're still near there. You can
Yeah,
grab the
you're
arrows.
still next to
Yeah, I know. That's what I kept saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm grabbing the arrows. I guess
There's
I
one
just
other important thing you might want to get,
I want
which
to.
I'm not going to require a check for, which is that piece of board that had the guy impaled on it that's covered
Yeah.
in blood.
Yeah, I kind of want to
I
get.
want to take that too.
I get that, and I kind of want to like sweep any like drag marks on the ground.
There aren't any of those because he's carrying them over his shoulder.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do
Grab
slip the
that.
lock back on.
Give me a wisdom check. I'll allow you to add thievery to try and cover your tracks
Yeah.
and find the arrows.
Wisdom. Boo. 16.
Yeah. You find both of the arrows, and you manage to get that piece of board and scuff up your tracks and whatnot. I'm also going to give you one of these for exploration, exploring this island,
Yay.
which is certainly a risky venture. Else actually hidden just a bit. Cave Daniel is. Ambrose hasn't actually engaged in a fight yet.
Nah.
Although you are being dutiful.
Yes, she is. She's not participating in the party, which she
Make
probably
your way.
wouldn't have done anyway.
It's like, no, not for me. No.
Seriously. Beatrice is
And I-
very, very
Oh,
stuffy
Johnny-
Just as you
library.
get into the
Yeah.
cane fields and out of sight, you see a bunch of people come pouring out of this hallway. A number of humans and goblins mostly,
Yikes.
carrying machetes.
Yeah.
Some more come out from over here as well. You don't see any of the slaves, but it appears the slavers are out in force. Also hear the keening screech overhead, the bats which have come to investigate.
Yay.
They don't see you currently though, because you've succeeded in hiding from them. So there's just a horde of jerks over there.
Do I need to roll a stealth check?
Yes.
Oh, don't see me. Ah!
That is a 2 on the die.
I'm just gonna put that there.
Okay. That's still 6 plus 5. That's 13, unfortunately.
Oh, you can spend your thing and then roll it.
yeah.
And also, we still have the ability to help.
Yeah, why not? Reroll. I think I can get better than a 2. Don't kill me.
So
Well,
we got
6 is better than a
marginally
2.
17.
Alright. Fortunately, the other guys aren't as good at spotting people as the guy you just killed. The guy you just killed, incidentally, you'll find out who he was.
Oh, yay!
If we just took out their leader, that'd be crazy.
He had a name.
Yes, a named guy.
Wow.
Lucky.
It
Well,
was Calvin Candy, wasn't it?
No.
So
And
we
it was
killed
all
the
my doing.
smart one, hopefully.
He had a name and 88 hit points.
I'm pretty sure the telepathy would give other reasons.
Alright.
Hey, I thanked you. Shut up.
Are you three just going to try and make your way back
Yes.
to the boat?
Yeah.
Alright.
Stealthily.
Well, you can give me one last dexterity stealthy kind of check.
We still have the ability to help.
19 on the die.
Ooh, nice.
I'm the stealthiest
Oh
son
my
of a
god,
bitch.
both of you rolled a 4. What were the odds of that?
Yeah, but I'm still like plus 11.
Yeah, so 15 from Tara.
15.
17.
And you got something?
I got 19 on the die.
Alright. So you three managed to get back to your boat
Actually, no, it's not
as
15.
the giant
it's,
bats
7.
are coming in lofting on neighboring buildings. You can just peek
7.
out over the top. Shank and Kopesh with their little torches. One of them's got the spy cast from the ship. Checking over there.
Nice.
So it looks like you can probably make your way off of here without being chased unduly.
Here's the thing about killing a guy with a name. His absence is going to be noticed.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but we want it to be noticed so that so when they say like, oh, this was sabotage, it's like, well, obviously the guy who's not here anymore was your saboteur.
Fair enough.
That's
It
And
depends
what
on.
happens when one of the slaves finds the dead body with the machete? With
I
the
think we took
No,
it
we
with
I
us.
think it's on the
They
boat.
took the body with them.
Like, we
on the
quite
boat.
literally did.
we
You
just
get
give it
eat
to
her.
the sea.
You get to eat her.
Or, you know,
I'm not-
They'll get washed.
or, you know, put it on the island where
I'm
we're
not
partying.
desperate
Yeah.
yet.
Because the sea can wash up things in
Yeah.
places.
Weigh it down.
Just throw it on an island where we're at.
Yeah, one of the problems with weighing down a body, unless you were to, like,
Can we
wrap
rot
it
it?
and then, like, weigh down the
I burn the
wrappings,
power.
is
Oh.
I have to eat to recharge.
Okay, well you
flesh
you
and
can
water.
eat it and
There
then rot it.
is a freshly killed intelligent humanoid on board.
You can eat it and then rot the rest.
It's not that important. You can resist this.
Think about it like this, Daniel.
Were you a
Remember
vegetarian?
Remember Alistair? I've done some things. Just say that.
I may be a crotchety old man, but
When
I'm
you-
not desperate enough yet
Alright,
to eat a body.
Take the rowboat along to the back of the island, use the goblins to dig a hole, throw the body
okay.
in the hole.
Just bring it back.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna
it's
bring
a
it
day's
back.
row. We dump
Don't
him a
show
day's
anybody.
row away, way
We're
down.
gonna come back at night too.
We're coming back during. Well, hopefully you're gonna sail in a day. And be like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
what's up?
It's probably a
Or
big
are you
galleon
guys
is
gonna
probably
come
faster
at
than
us
a
and then
rowboat.
just like we'll
Yeah?
see you at night?
Yeah, quite a bit.
No,
Well, now they don't have to rush.
you'll probably be rowing through the night, so it'll probably reach us by day, which is when they'll
You do arrive basically just as day is coming on.
Yeah.
You can manage to ingratiate yourself with the crew, although what are you doing with that body? Because the crew were partying on the island you were planning on dumping it on.
We use his whip.
I mean, these guys are still there. They could get the crew to go back on the ship before
Yeah.
we arrive.
So before anybody sees this, we use the man's whip to tie something heavy to him, maybe his sword.
Can we just
Okay.
actually? No, they float.
Yeah, I would say, okay, the thing is, sinking bodies actually doesn't work too super well. It's a very, very, very temporary solution.
We only need a temporary
To do it
solution.
right, you require chicken wire.
Yeah.
We only need a few days of this person missing.
I'm thinking anything that involves throwing him in the water. I think they're less likely to come out to that island and find a freshly
I think,
made grave.
honestly, I think what we should do is we should find try to get what we can.
Also, there are
like,
animals and seabirds.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
few on that
We
island.
should try to
He
learn
probably
what
will
we
not remain
can
intact
from
for very long.
like the stuff he has, and then either like throw the
yeah,
body
what does
overboard
he
or just
have?
leave it on the island like you watched
He
it.
has a large
So-
falchion.
You, as you're approaching the
whip,
island, you tell us
clothes,
that.
half
We
a
tell the
bottle of
crew,
rum,
all right, get back to the
and
ship.
probably like
We're
5
gonna get ready to go.
I wrap him in my cloak and just
Yeah.
pretend that he is an ailing slave we've
Yeah.
brought on board.
But-
Ailing anyone?
But we're still pretending you guys never
pretend it's,
left.
pretend it's one of the crew
Yeah.
members.
Oh shit.
But
We're still-
here's what's happening. Okay, you tell us before you come telepathically. We send everyone back on the ship. You arrive on the boat, dump the body on the island, and then hop on the boat, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
and
Yes.
the goblins, we gotta
Clean the
like.
blood off your fists
Yeah.
and shoulder. Actually, come to think of it.
I'm pretty
I'm sure he
I
has a very
cut it.
effective way of doing that, of cleaning them off. Like a cat.
Actually, the parts of blood that dripped on your cloak, there's no blood there. There are sort of weird stains on it though. Looks like maybe blood that's like really old.
You're just like, why do I get the feeling that burying bodies is a thing I'm going to have to read up on? We're going to spend a little bit of time doing.
Well, it wasn't the first man I killed.
Probably save time by doing that in advance where we're getting it on the way over.
Alright, crew, we're just gonna dig a hole here. Don't ask why.
We do.
Hey, they got skullduggery.
No, you can dig
They
a hole
do. They can in fact
Before
dug
we-
for skulls.
they can dig a hole for a bonfire, and then when they're all gone, we can use
We're
the
not
hole
going
for
to
something
pollute.
else.
Put all
You
the
don't-
garbage in the
you
hole.
don't, you don't usually dig a hole for a bonfire.
Yeah, that confuses me.
Yeah, no, not usually.
You make a thing called a fire pit, but you usually do that by putting a ring of rocks around something, rather than actually making a hole.
Anyway, we bury the body in the beach.
No, are there still animals? Did we murder them all?
There's probably a few.
Yeah. As like,
Let
We
us
certainly
I'll say
birds.
Yeah,
I
let
would
him eat
like
it.
cover him up, but I wouldn't probably make too much effort to bury him
Yep.
deep. One, it would take a lot of time, and two, the animals will get him faster if he's closer.
Only cover him up enough so that he doesn't get washed out into sea.
No, he's just on the
By
middle.
high tide.
We'll put him on the middle of the island, cover him with leaves. It's fine.
Okay, let's mulch him.
Bugs will certainly get to him.
We're also gonna like mess up the clear weapon runes. I think.
Yeah.
Like post.
We ain't got time for that.
Yeah, I guess.
We're done.
It's like carving a
All right.
jack-o'-lantern.
It is complete.
And if anyone were to wonder where you guys were during the party, I can only just say that you
We were
kicked
sick.
me off and I had you helping me with inventory while the party was going on.
Never again. Never again.
I didn't get to see any.
Why do you seem extremely hurt? I don't know. Don't worry about it.
I'm
He
not.
knocked over a crate of
And then the
bottles.
only
wait.
person who's hurt is Vivian.
No. Why do
That's
you
like
seem hurt?
5 damage.
Also,
Being
He
cut
knocked
across
over
the
a
back.
stack of crates.
It's like
She
I was
has a hole in
buried
the
for
back
a
of her.
day.
Yeah, she has a hole in the back of her shirt.
Fell
happened
into
to
a
you?
door handle.
Tree.
I fell on this pointy board that I brought with me.
It's covered in blood.
Don't you know the
My
knife game?
That's my blood, totally.
No, you played Knifey Spoony.
Okay, okay.
I see you played Knifey Severed Boardy before. Alright. So you, on the trip back over, actually, you can probably patch up your wound on your back.
Yeah.
Wash
it's
your
almost 8.
shirt.
Well, we got the doc.
Wash your shirt in the ocean.
Yeah.
The two
Salty.
goblins are like, so I take it didn't go smooth then.
Everything went
no,
according
I
to
couldn't
plan.
get. I did get you any wrong.
Sure, because there's an awful lot of bat screeching and torches going on over there.
Everything I planned succeeded.
The things I did not plan for.
Did not succeed. That's not the point.
And we still don't know about the note.
Yeah. Can we search the body?
He already did that, actually.
Actually, Beatrice will take the scout aside and be like, so that time that you went off radio, so, or I guess that's not a term that exists, that time that you
Invent
went incommunicado for it, what exactly were you doing?
To be fair, he probably wasn't in Mikado.
Okay. Never mind, she's not suspicious. She might be later.
Alright, so you guys are going to try and make your way to the island again via quasi-legitimate ship travel.
Yes.
Alright.
Yes.
I should
Wandering
probably
through.
mention it's 5 to 8 right now.
Alright, we can
Yeah.
probably do this next week then,
Yeah.
as you arrive at the island proper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that took way longer.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna have
Alright.
investors stay, hide somewhere. Because they probably seen the bird somewhere and seeing it on my shoulder or something is gonna be really
The
suspicious.
only person that saw it is dead.
Exactly, and we'll blame
No, but-
anything on
The
him.
master
Did
was
we
scouting
get a
around
full
over there.
rest?
We still need
You
to,
are on a boat.
Probably.
we still need to
Because
find
I
out
only
who he
get my
is.
key back when I have a full rest.
You'll definitely be eating.
What?
I'm not eating people. Not yet.
He's putting it off for as long as he
You
can.
eat normal things.
It
Are
could
there-
be at a cinematic moment.
Are there
when
any intelligent
It's-
life,
it's
like
that-
plant
it's-
life forms?
Yeah,
I'm not going to hunt a cabbage.
Has to be an intelligent human.
I am disappointed in Daniel.
I did nothing wrong. It's not what you did, it's what you didn't do. So I didn't eat a few bodies. So what?
And he didn't
No,
sing
I'm
the
not
song.
talking about that.
He wanted
this
you to
guy
sing.
is somebody's.
Oh, that's fine.
I wanted you to
I
sing.
have to find it.
You didn't sing the
I didn't get
song.
the chance.
That's true.
Combat was over. You scored an incredible crit. What a timely cinematic moment.
Oh, one other important house rule to note for this game is if you hit someone and want to knock them out, I'm going to make you roll a save. If you fail to save, they die instead of getting knocked out.
Yep.
Because
Okay.
I don't like the idea that you can always successfully do that.
You just have such perfect control over
I
your
would,
body.
I would like to induce some chaos there.
What if I just hit them with the broadside of my sword in the
So
back?
it's not the case of like, alright, we got it down to one last guy. I guess we should probably question somebody. I would like there to be slightly more planning involved.
Okay, how about from now on we always try and knock out on whoever we're killing, but
Do we have enough rope?
what I'm saying is the first person that occurs on, then we're like, good, we got it, and then kill everybody
Sorry,
else.
if I have a high combo modifier,
The,
I'm taking
the other
the
thing
kill.
to keep in mind, though, is when you do this, you don't necessarily know if you succeeded or not. I'm going to be rolling it in secret.
Fair enough.
Because they fall down. Maybe they're alive, maybe they're not. You
Okay.
can spend your turn checking.
Okay, no, here's what we do.
In which
we
case,
we
I'll just
try
tell
and
you.
knock out everybody. At the
But yeah.
end of the fight, we check the first person until we find the first knocked out guy and kill everybody else after that.
What
Just go
the-
snick,
what?
snick,
No,
snick,
I guess-
snick.
Would they like,
Perfect.
try to heal their downed allies?
They might, depends who they are.
Yeah, that might be an issue.
I mean, if they go towards them, then one's like, oh, he's still murder.
I mostly bring this up because you guys are going to an island full of slavers and slaves. If
Yeah.
you actually get in a fight with them, they are going to order slaves to attack you, in which case you might be trying to knock them out rather than kill them. And that's not necessarily going to work the way you think it will.
Run away!
Can't I sing a jaunty tune to make them turn against their masters?
Possibly.
Or I could, shout a rally, drawing upon my experience as a slave.
We'll
You
use
could
our
certainly try and
charisma.
persuade them otherwise.
We'll use our charisma and our dashing smiles and our beautiful eyes.
Yeah,
I'll
charisma.
wow them with-
I still like the one city where the king specifically employed an incredibly shifty guy with a goatee to be his vizier and attempt to foster sedition amongst everyone, and then just come back to him and explain, yeah, these guys agreed to a plot to overthrow you. It's like, oh great, well we'll have them arrested and get back out there and try and foster sedition some more. And then the adventurers beat him up and the king was really mad. No, you beat up my favorite guy. It's the guy who figures out who's up to something.
He stopped so much crime.
Exactly. Because anytime someone is plotting against the crown, they always assume the vizier is an evil bastard who will help them. So I just got the shiftiest looking guy I could find, had him grow a goatee, and we were off to the races.
Yeah, the best vizier was definitely Jafar von Starscream.